1027 WNEW, New York.
I have a perfect. Broadcasting live from beautiful Midtown Manhattan, where on a clear night you can almost see Andre Rison saying goodbye to his old flame Left Eye by setting her casket on fire. It's the Ron and Fez Show, and I'm your announcer, Tenacious C. Now let's introduce your hosts, two guys who wish they were drowning in my sea. Here they are, Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley, radio's Men in the Boat.
Ron!
Fez!
Ron and Fez! Hey!
Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Everybody come see the greatest show. Gather up all juggalos and roll. Down to the ground, get your ass out the way. 'Cause here we come and we bringing this back to go Indian town. We got Freak Show.
Freak Show!
Most people don't like these
Oddities!
Most people would love them.
Oddities!
If you think it's too good for us, night show freaks, let me know. And I'ma whip smack your cheeks. Come on.
Oh, buddies!
The Ron and Fez Show.
Good evening, buddies.
Friday night. The Friday night show with Ron and Fez. I'm Ron, sitting across from me. I'm going to venture and say the funniest man alive, Mr. Fez Whatley.
Hiya, and thank you.
One day you'll get your due, my friend.
I will.
One day people will find something about you that amuses them. Very nasty intro by the Tenacious C.
Downright cruel, the horrible, horrible news that Lisa Left Eye Lopez killed in a car accident.
Now, do you think she needed to put a little time on that?
Oh, yeah. What's the formula, Ronnie?
According to, and I can't remember who came up with this, maybe it was a Woody Allen, but it is tragedy plus time equals comedy.
You gotta have the time.
Right. She, Lisa, not even 12 hours.
I'm still trying to find my heart, I guess, guys.
But then you go right into your C twice.
But enough about this tragic death. Let's talk about my C.
Yes. It is the Ron and Fez show tonight. We are celebrating with Wonderboy tonight. It's his goodbye show.
Wonderboy the intern, his farewell show. He's done with his internship, finally.
And Fez and I and Rory, who we consider the permanent members of the show, took our interns out tonight for dinner. Wonderboy and Tenacious C for sushi. Fantastic little sushi place right around the corner. What's the name of it, Fez?
It's Fuji on 56, right there, 56 and Broadway.
Fuji on 56. Great little sushi place. So we all sit down. You're in that great sushi mood, because everybody's sharing food. And it's actually the funnest. I guess, pizza may be the same way, where you're all sharing together, digging in together. Wonderboy, for his farewell meal, has one piece of sushi sitting in front of him for, I'd say, 40 minutes. Finally forces that down, and we make him eat half a shrimp after that.
Yeah, the second piece he had, he actually peeled the seaweed paper, the rice, and what I like to call the fixins off of it, and just had the little tiny piece of shrimp that was inside it.
And he swallowed that whole. Now, Wonderboy, let me just check this. IKEA Boy said, comedy equals tragedy plus time was a concept in Crimes and Misdemeanors, said by Alan Alda, written by Woody Allen.
There you go.
There you go. South Park gave the time a specific value, 22.3 years. That's very funny. All right, so anyway, for your goodbye dinner, Fez orders extra food because, we have extra people.
Oh, I ordered a ton of fish.
Yeah. And it's a whole big celebration. Then you don't eat?
Well, I'm not a big sushi fan, but since there was more people than just me there, I didn't really feel like
But it was your dinner. It was your farewell.
And you ruined it.
No, I think that I feel bad if you feel like it was ruined. I think the food was still delicious. It was still a fun place, but I just wasn't very hungry for sushi.
What was fun about it? You just sat there poking a piece of sushi with half a chopstick.
Here's the stupid thing, Wonderboy. We said, hey, we would like to take you out for your last meal. You want to go get sushi? And you said yes.
Well, because I just appreciated the offer.
Tenacious C, like a woman of the world, she's sitting there, she's eating eel. She had some octopi.
Oh, she's lapping it up and down in the sake the whole time.
Yeah, she's eating sake. She's like an adult. You said you'd rather have a grilled cheese sandwich.
It's true. I have the taste buds of a 5-year-old.
What do you normally eat when you go out to dinner?
Like pizza, that kind of stuff. That's where I would go out to eat.
So you normally don't eat anywhere without a ball pit. You have to have a ball pit, or there has to be a video game in the corner.
Some sort of clown where you can have a birthday.
Yeah, it's true. It really is.
Why didn't you tell us that? We'd have taken you somewhere stupid.
Well, because I didn't want you guys to have to go somewhere stupid just because it was, my last day here.
Well, guess what? We were on to you. We figured it out when you had the same piece of California roll on your plate for 45 minutes.
I know, California roll is not exactly exotic.
Oh, it was for me.
But you ruined that.
No, I apologize for ruining it. I had a great time, though, with you guys.
Because of that, we're failing you for your internship.
You're getting horrible grades. And I even asked you before the meal. I said, do you eat sushi? Yeah, I eat sushi.
Sure, you kidding me? I'm sushi boy.
I was afraid if I said no, you guys would make me eat twice the sushi I otherwise had to eat.
That would have been 2 pieces. That would have been 2 pieces.
That doesn't even make sense that you would think that. But here's one thing adults tell people.
And then I said, order whatever you want off the menu. Oh, no, I want whatever you and Ron are having.
I'm crazy tonight.
Well, because as I was looking through the menu, I didn't see anything that really was, that I found that appealing.
Yes, it's all sushi.
Right,
you weren't going to suddenly see French fries on that menu.
But I did look for them, though.
He likes tatais.
He literally did say, honest to God's truth, I wish I could get a grilled cheese roll.
I had a punch on the chest.
But I really appreciate you being taken out.
You failed your internship, and we're going to have you drop this dump guy.
Yeah, and you won't be getting that job with the station that you were counting on. You were hoping for.
Well,
no wonder your fiancée left you. Oh. What was her name? First and last?
She loves sushi, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
and you're sleeping back at your mother's house again. You are going so backwards in your life.
It's awful, I know.
You're the Billy Staples of interns. He's back with his folks.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
Well, mom and ghost of his father.
Oh.
Here, a little later on tonight, Fezzy, we're giving away a $900 watch.
I'm just thinking about Ghost Dad.
Yeah, sure. It's a great movie.
That'll be coming up a little bit later. It's an in-studio big-ass game show, in-studio round of You Know You Need Unique New York.
Also, later on tonight, I'm very excited about this. But, of course, with our show, when we finally get something cool, we don't have time to prep for it. But we are going to be talking with Timothy Speed Levitch, who is the most famous person who has ever done a New York City tour. They actually did a documentary on him on the IFC. I believe it's on the IFC right now.
I would have loved to have seen this.
Yeah, I have it at my house. I would have brought you over to see it today. And then when you would have talked to him, it's totally whacked.
So Speed Levitch, he has a new book coming out as well. That's coming out in September. Speed's New York, A Guide to Life.
Yeah, but Fez, the guy has nowhere to live. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh yeah, I'm in films and I have, a book coming out. Now it sounds successful. He sleeps on other people's couches.
Yeah, he's got no apartment, right?
Right.
To call his own. He's like Wonderboy and Billy.
Right. Except for without the parental units.
So we'll be talking to him in a little bit.
Hey, Andrew, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Hey, how come you always have boys working for you, never men? I mean, it started with Dumpy, and it hasn't changed.
There is an extended childhood that goes on now, where you have guys like Al Dukes, now in his early 30s, still living like a boy, still having, liking boy foods, boy toys, still finding girls to be yucky.
Yeah,
overly dependent on his parents.
Right. At least when you get somebody like Rory, he's keeping at least the frat boy thing going uncomfortably long. But you got guys like Wonderboy, doesn't have sex, doesn't party, not interested in anything other than cartoons. They'll sit around and talk about cartoons like it matters.
Why do you think that is, Ronnie? What changed in our culture, in our country, where now we have these babies well into their 20s and 30s?
And living like children.
Yeah, instead of, turning into men. Is it because they didn't get sent off to war?
It's the #1 city in the world. They act like they're from Kansas.
You know what? That's true. They go in, they act like food's yucky. All we have, we're in Midtown Manhattan, the most beautiful women in the world. None of them are getting laid because they don't try. They're all a decent-looking guys. A guy like you could get laid, Wonderboy.
Thank you.
But you don't want to.
If I was working at the station...
You says it feels squishy.
Ew!
I'd have them on me like a shish kebab.
What is it about you that you don't want women?
No, it's not that I don't want women. I like to spend time with people and get to know them before I, just go whoring around. So it's not that I don't want...
Tonight I saw you take an hour to get to know a piece of California roll.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it because you got moles on your crank?
No, not on my crank as much as my back. And
do you have them on your crank, too?
No, I do not have moles on my crank.
I'm sure you do.
Crank moles.
But what do you think? What is this extended childhood? Would you blame it on cable? Video games? Is it ever since, Steven Spielberg movies are popular?
Yeah, well, there's nothing I've ever had to do.
Everyone sits around and the only thing they've ever read is comic books.
True?
That is true. I'm literally surprised that you guys don't get a kickball game started in the hall some days.
That'd be fun.
People are writing in TV, video games, VCR, computers. But is it everybody's parents? Now, when you have kids, you have to think, all right, I'll also be supporting them into their early 30s?
Yeah, my parents are thinking that right now.
Yeah, because people aren't getting married until that late anymore.
Maybe it's because they're not knocking chicks up, and when you knock a chick up, you have to support.
All of a sudden, you have instant responsibility.
Right. Maybe you kids should not use the condoms and start taking care of kids.
It's condoms that are ruining everything.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Mike.
I'll tell you what I think it is, guys?
What is it?
Scooby-Doo. Everybody watched too much Scooby-Doo when they were younger, and all other bad cartoons.
Do you think that's it, though?
I think that's what made everybody flaky. That's why all these kids today just so flaky. They don't know. They don't live on their own. They live with their parents. They're using, they're just living like 12-year-olds.
Does your mom do your laundry?
Oh, yeah. And
is she cooking your meals?
Yeah, she'll cook for me, and I don't get home till around 1, and she'll make sure that she has something that's there waiting for me.
God.
Come on, man. You got to do your laundry. Even though you live at home, you still got to do you should do your own
I work really hard all week, and then when I get home on the weekend, if she's willing to do it, I don't see there's why I can't just relax.
It's probably something to be said for that, though. It's her fault as well for not treating you like a man. She still treats you like a child. But somewhere along the line, Wonderboy, people like you, and I hate to say it, but you look at Billy, who's 40s.
Sure,
Al,
late.
who's 30s. And their mom's doing the same stuff.
Oh, yeah. Al, even though he doesn't live with his parents, he still has his mom do his laundry on Sundays. I know that.
And I know that she's helping with rent.
Sure. And Al, here's the weird thing. Al's hair left before Al left home. Al's hair left home first.
Oh, Al says this, that his mom makes some sandwiches.
For his lunch?
Yeah. Rory, come over and tell me that so I don't even have to look at him or I'll hit him.
Yeah. He would always say that his mom would stop by, unlock the door while he was sleeping, and put a sandwich in before she left for work.
My parents
Every
do
day.
not have a key to my place.
Why would they?
I don't know.
And what kind of sandwiches? Dried turkey sandwiches?
Yes.
On white bread?
Yep.
Here's, and this is after she put him through, 7 years of school to get a stupid master's degree in nothing, communications.
He should have minored in sandwiches.
Hey, Tom, you're on Run of Fez.
Hello, Tom.
8394, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
I'm going to tell you, I think these guys all see... First of all, I've been on my own since I was 14. I don't have any tolerance for these guys that are like this. Living at home when you're 30 years old, having your mother make food for you, doing your laundry... These guys are secretly in love with their mother.
Is that it, Wonderboy? You want to bang your mom?
No,
I don't really believe that.
You know what I would do if I was you? I'd bang her and get it over with.
You've got to be sick to want your mother to feed ass.
I know. Is that what you're doing? Say it.
Well, I don't show them to her, but if they're there, I'm sure she probably doesn't miss them.
God, why do you want your mom seeing your dried spunk stains and your bacon strips?
I don't think about it like that as much as
Why do you even have those? Why don't you live a little healthier?
Wonderboy, would you even know how to do laundry if you had to?
Not if I had to. If I had to, I would have no clue even what to do. I don't think. I know that there's a washing machine downstairs, and it starts there, and there's a dryer next to it, but that's about all I know.
You realize that you're 26.
Yeah, I do. Sadly.
All right. Here's Joe. Joe, you're on Round of Fez.
Hey, Joe.
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, I mean, my mother used to do the same thing for me, but when I was 17, 18, I just finally said, you know what, screw this, I'm picking up a girl, and I'll let her do it all. I don't do
anything. You want to do that? Why don't you have a chick to take care of you?
Even an ugly fat chick.
I did. She left me.
Why don't you get yourself a nice ugly fat chick?
Well, I had a chick, and then I had her do all this stuff, and suddenly she got tired of it.
She wasn't ugly enough.
Get Billy in a wig.
She was probably too good looking for that.
All right, thanks a lot. Al's the same way. He acts like he has set up this fantastic woman for him, and he's made it so that she doesn't exist.
No.
So that he can stay with his mom.
Not even if he made her on a computer like in Weird Science.
Here's Kevin. Kevin, you're on Round of Fez.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Listen, I went to Kane College just like Al Dukes. I'm finding myself wasting time in the communications department. I don't see how these guys don't get restless and decide to want to do something with their life.
You know what's really strange? Al got his apartment, same neighborhood as his folks.
Oh, you see, I couldn't
Why
do that.
bother?
So that, he's never far away from everything. If he wants some cereal, he just drives over to his mom's house.
Yeah,
Then his dad will fill up the car for him.
I left home. I got a job. I got married to my girl who I met in school. I'm now working a good job and got my life together. I'm 26. Time for these guys to get their act together,
What age adulthood, Wonderboy? What age?
I don't know. I thought when I was younger, I would have thought by now I would feel like an adult, but still so far, no, it isn't really like that yet. So I'm not sure what age I'm going to start feeling like an adult yet.
Wonderboy, you need to grow up. Go to my website, menrule.com, boys.
All right, what is it, glenrule.com?
Menrule, menrule.com.
All right, make sure you write that down. All right, here we go, Fez. Somewhere along the line, you got to figure, all right, these young men, it's their fault. But somehow, is it their folks' fault and then also society that we even put up with this?
We have now put them in a situation where they don't have any reason to go out. They don't have to leave the home.
Or is it because jobs are so stupid and a good job is so scarce that half the jobs out there, it's in some kind of service-related industry? I'll give you an example. My dad worked in a factory.
Okay.
Most people in that time, of that same age, got either a factory job or something where they went to work, and with that job, they were able to earn a living, to buy a home, because there's no way Wonderboy could probably get by on his stupid little living without his folks helping him.
Not with his dump salary.
No, that's basically the problem there.
But, you had 2 jobs, and you quit one because of time commitments, you said.
Right. I know my dad had 3 when I was a kid.
Yeah, admit I don't like to work hard either.
All right, that's a problem. Hey, Jim, you're on Round of Fez.
No motivation.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
How could these guys ever get a girl to go out with them if they're living at home like this? Aren't they embarrassed?
What do? You take a girl home and try to sneak her up while your parents are sleeping?
No, mostly I would just ask if they had a place we could go to.
And when you start feeling like an adult when you start doing adult things, you little wimp.
Yeah, you got to start trying adult things. And today was the perfect thing. We all went out for a fine meal, and you sat there like a baby while we were going, eat it, and then you were pushing it around, and suddenly you made us feel like we were your mean parents.
He actually played with his food.
Yeah.
Looked like Leave It to Beaver and Brussels sprouts.
And then he said it was gunky.
I don't even know what that means.
It's not even a word. All right, this Billy keeps diming out to me on the IM about Al. Al goes out to dinner with his parents every Saturday night.
That's a Saturday night in Woodbridge.
And you wonder why these women aren't digging you.
Yeah. I guess it's starting to become a little clearer why they're not.
And just so everyone knows, it's not Ronnie and I targeting Wonderboy and Al. There's so many of these guys that work here like that.
All of them that work here.
Yeah. And one thing Ronnie tries to instill on the young guys is New York City, best restaurants in the world. Check a few out. These guys insist on having the drive-thrus every day for lunch.
Right, but they could be going to cool clubs. They could be going to bars. There's chicks everywhere you look. And, you know,
they're always going to the Wendy's.
They go to the Wendy's and they stop at the comic book place. And I believe they rub each other's taints and head home. Here is Miss Jen. Jen, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Jen.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I think it's just guys, because I'm a 21-year-old girl, and I work a full-time job, go to school part-time, and have a 2-year-old son.
Yeah.
And my son's father, he still isn't grown up. He still doesn't know what's going on with life, you know?
Is he living with you?
No, I had to throw him out because he wouldn't get a job because he wanted me to take care of him like his mama.
So you have to raise the kid all by himself because you married a big baby.
Well, we didn't get married, and he takes his son. He just doesn't want to work. He lets, his parents pay his bills.
And you know what? Your son's going to love him because they're going to be the same age.
Well, you have 2 of them to raise.
Both of them will be in front of the supermarket on one of those little horses that go up and down.
That's great.
Hopefully I can spank my son and he'll get a job.
All right, honey.
Thank you.
Are you going to have kids someday, Wonderboy?
Absolutely not. That'd be a terrible
When
parent.
are you going to be a Wonder Man? What kind of name is Wonderboy for someone 26?
Yeah, I don't know. It's odd how that stuck right with me.
You're moving close to 30, mister. You realize that, right?
Yes, I do.
You're talking to him like
Every
you're
day.
Fez. That's the weird thing. You're calling him mister.
That's because I act like such a child. I understand. I bring it upon myself.
Would you stop it, attacking yourself, and stand up?
And he's just
Maybe if you stood up to us once.
And he's just covered in ink and moles. Like he's drawing on himself like a baby.
All right, this unanswered feedback. You need a job and you need money to live on your own. Working at Burger King can get you an apartment in 10 years, maybe. That's a good point. The country is no longer set up where a young guy can make a decent living.
And go to work and have a future.
Yeah.
Where he's going to go to work in that factory like years ago and know that he's set if he just gets that factory gig.
Hey, Damien, you're on Manifest.
Yeah, I also think priorities are all out of whack because you could see some of these guys mid-20s living at home and daddy's driving a Ford Focus and the kid pulls up in a Beamer with tinted windows.
I know.
And his hair perfectly spiked and he's going to hit the club on the weekend. I mean, they're out there working, but they're spending their money on themselves and they're like, why go out there? Mommy's going to do it for me. Let me pull into my house where my dad's struggling, my mom's working, and I'll pull in with a 2000 Beamer and daddy's struggling every day.
Is that the way you see it, Wonderboy?
I see it going on a lot.
No.
The priorities are out of whack.
Wonderboy, did your parents buy you a car?
Yes, actually they did. And it's a very nice car. They know I needed to get around.
My parents never would have. Never.
Well, you know what I think's a good idea, and they still do it to this day in Greece and probably other countries. 1 year military service automatic for guys out of high school.
Oh, I'm in
1 year.
I honestly don't think that's a bad idea.
I honestly don't think I'd live through it. No way.
1 year.
How do you know? You haven't lived yet.
You know what? I'd like to put it at 2 years.
Even 2. You'll come home and wonder how you ever lived at that house.
You know what I would like? It's 2 years, and you can get out early if you kill a terrorist. So we get you over. You kill a terrorist, you have the opportunity to leave.
Like a 6-month early out program.
Right.
Excellent. And a scholarship to college after that.
Yeah, we're willing to reward service.
All right, thanks, Damien.
Nope.
All right, here's John. John, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, John.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm 25 years old, and I think everybody calling is just jealous. I live with my mom, and it's fun. She takes care of me. I go out, I spend my money on hookers and beer and weed, and I think my priorities are fine. And I want to defend Wonderboy, and I collect comic books, and I love women.
Well, and didn't hang on the line to discuss it.
$100
like an adult.
$100 says these women of his is just in his mind and he's jacking.
Oh, sure. Yeah, one of them's Wonder Woman from the comic books. And let me tell you guys this. You realize your parents aren't going to live forever? That eventually they're going to get old and die and they won't be able to pay for you anymore? You got that point, right?
I think it's still pretty far off, I feel like.
All right,
for your sake, I hope they die tomorrow. Just for your sake.
Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 points. Ron, I think you hit on something. I mean, the economics of today, it's not 1950 anymore.
Right.
All right, my parents bought a house in 1950, now it's 17 grand. 20 years ago, the average house cost about 75. Today, the average one costs 180. The middle class is, disappearing. You're having the very rich and the very poor, basically, is it. I mean, like you said, you don't start, let's say, years ago, you get general...
All right. Rob, I agree with all that, and I think it's very, very difficult, that part of it. But why, because of it's expensive to go on out there, are they still living like children? Even if they were at their parents' house. Why aren't they paying rent? Why aren't they saving money? Why aren't they doing or acting like an adult? Getting into an adult relationship.
Oh, wait, there's different stories. There's the ones like you're saying that, are riding around in fancy cars and this or that, are the ones that are laying around. And then there's people that are just doing things out of necessity and reality.
Right. I agree with that. But, there's also this extended adolescence that's going on. That when I look around with some of the guys that we work with, I see it everywhere.
Yeah, well, I think part of that, I think there's two reasons for that, too. I mean, you gotta understand, you're here in New York, too. In the Midwest, they still get married at 21. I mean, it depends again on how expensive it is to live. As far as the extended adolescence, I think it's because a lot of things don't matter anymore. I mean, back when it was standard, you got married, you had 2.3 kids, this, that, and the other thing. A lot of kids today are like, screw all that. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you. Oh, the other thing is, real quick, as far as all that crap, not that, like that last knothead about compulsory military service, I don't need some jughead, itinerant jughead screaming at me to make me a man. Stick all that war makes the man crap. Wise up.
You know what? This country was founded on that kind of stuff. This country was founded on people wanting to serve at a certain age. Now, a lot of times I'm seeing these kids, not only when they're getting out of high school, are they not ready to act like a man? When they get out of college, they're not ready to act like a man yet.
That's Al Dukes, perfect example of that.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. 877-692-1027. We're on a Fez.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
We're on a Fez.
Just bitching about the guys that work for us.
Well, they're babies, Ronnie. These are guys that are now in their mid to later 20s, still living with their folks. They got no intention on even living any sort of independent life. Never mind just moving out. We got moms still packing lunches, mothers and dads doing laundry for them, buying them cars.
All right, let's bring Al in here, and I hate to do this because I'm just going to get annoyed. And by the way, Fezzy, all the people in our contest later tonight, which doesn't start till 9:30, are sitting out in our green room and have been there for an hour and going to be there for 2 more hours, Al.
Wow, why is that? Because I want to make sure they're here to play the game, so I'm not worried that our contestants didn't.
Al, this is not about you worrying and not worrying. It's about the people who listen to the show and win having a good time.
Right. I do get a lot of requests, though, for people that want to come in and sit in the green room and listen to the show. I thought this was...
When I went out there, everybody in the green room was bitching to me. How come there's no beer?
And to me also.
One of them's going home with a $900 men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch.
Maybe we would have just take it and throw it in the middle of those guys and let them fight it out now. Al, we were talking about this. Your mom packs lunches for you?
Well, what she'll do is she works right near where I live, so she'll make some sandwiches in the beginning of the week and drop them off.
Who does your laundry?
I'll drop it off at my mom's, and then
Unbelievable.
well, she'll do it with their laundry.
And what is this Saturday night with the folks date night that you have every week?
Not every week. I do. Sometimes I'll hang out with them.
Now, let me ask you this: you don't date, right?
I really don't meet a lot of women. No.
Yeah, because you work in radio, and that's impossible.
We work weird hours here, though.
Yeah, right. We have weird hours, and we have like 30 women in here making out every Friday.
At what point do we work Saturday and Sunday?
No, we don't work Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you. I thought I was missing some OT I'm supposed to be
All right, this on the instant feedback. Oh, my God, I'm raising one of these. He's 18, working at Blockbuster after dropping out of community college. He will be Al Dukes' age and living at home and working at Blockbuster and being the movie guy. Oh, my God.
And satisfied with it. Eventually, the wake-up call's going to come. You can't stay there forever.
Al, do you want to have kids?
Yes, I would.
Why, you can still actually move and walk around and be with them?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think you have the vag for it, to birth a child?
I don't have one of those.
You realize that you got to put your peeshy somewhere squishy, right?
Ew!
Yes, I do realize that.
You know, I feel like almost it's a generation of virgins, too. For all practical purposes, you're a virgin.
Oh, I don't sleep around, if that's what we're calling a virgin.
No one called you a whore, Missy.
You don't sleep with women. That's what I call a virgin.
They won't leave their bedrooms. And they're definitely not bringing girls home to them.
You know who they all are? Banky.
Yeah, Banky from Chasing Amy.
Mall rats. You're sitting down in your cellar and you're playing that video hockey.
And, you know, another one we'll throw out, Dumpy LaPresto, who used to work here. Boy, talk about baby habits. That kid would eat a giant bag of candy every night.
Yeah,
and then come back from the dentist with 12 cavities, amazed.
I think you just fall into a pattern of you wake up a certain time.
Why don't you break it?
I think it's hard to break for people. For me, I know I do the same.
Do you
exact
feel like
thing
a man?
every day.
I want you to tell me the truth. And I want you to be totally honest.
To be totally
Do you
honest.
feel like an adult man?
No, I can definitely see a difference between me and then
a 22-year-old
like you or
that's
Fez.
living with and responsibilities.
I mean, I can definitely see a difference.
So you're looking at people sometimes that are 10 years younger than you, saying he's living an adult life and I'm not.
Yeah, I would say that is a man.
You're so close to your parents, Al, in proximity where you live, you basically have a garage apartment.
You're Fonzie.
Yeah, I'm just a mile or two away.
All right, now, what does that feel like to be 33 years old and to be able to say to your coworkers, I'm not a man?
It's something
because at one time, that would be the biggest insult you could say to an American male. You're not a man. You'd be in a fist fight if you said that.
And how many times have we heard it from our employees at this point? Al?
I really don't know. I don't have an answer.
When do you see yourself like cutting some of these aprons? Like you said you wanted to have kids, so obviously in your mind you want to be married.
Yes, I do.
When do you see all this happening for you, bro?
Maybe at 35.
You're 2 years away from being... You won't go out with a girl, but you're 2 years away from being married with children.
Plus, at one point, 35 was considered midlife.
Right,
I don't know, it's not anymore. Now they're thinking 60 must be midlife.
I only have to meet that one right person.
I'm glad you're calling it person and not leaving it just to being a woman.
I'm gay.
Yes.
Don't try to be vague with us, mister. We know your cryptic messages.
Now, your mom babies you. Does your dad?
No.
Is he still fixing your car if anything goes wrong? Or
he would, yeah.
He did your taxes, right?
Yeah, he did.
Filled out your 1040 EZ form,
and then he'll do car stuff and the taxes.
See, you're looking for a guy like Dad. That's your problem. He's looking for Mr. Right, Ronnie, not Mr. Right Now.
I don't even know what that means. I get scared because sometimes I have no idea what anybody on my own show is saying. Here's Albert. Albert, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey, we got another Albert on. Hey, Albert.
Hey, I want to give you my scenario real quick. I'm 39, and I drive a sweet car. I live with my parents in their 3-bedroom townhouse in New Jersey, in suburban New Jersey, and I'm making over $70K a year, and I'm having the time of my life. It's great.
Why don't you move out?
Albert, you never been married, never been with a woman?
Totally, dude. I've been with all kinds of gashish.
No, but I mean a woman in a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with a woman, but it's hard to keep women down when you're trying to bring them home to your parents.
What is he saying, Fez? I don't understand.
I don't know what he means by trying to keep a woman down.
You can't stay in a relationship?
Yeah,
I think it's great. I think it's great at 39 that you got all the teen slang down, but I'm just trying to... it's great you got MTV too. I'm all for it.
He's Billy Madison.
But do you feel like you're missing anything?
I've always wanted to probably move out, and it's probably something that I should do at some point.
You've never lived away from your parents at any point?
No, college. College I have.
All right, college, which is what, 4 years of beer bongs, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right, what was your major?
English major and a marketing minor. And I have a great job. I work in New York for a major publication. I'm a senior account manager. And
Highlights Magazine.
What's that?
No, so you got a good job. What are you doing with your money? Just partying?
Yeah, partying. I mean, I drive a, pretty nice European car. I go, I've got a place down in West Palm Beach, Florida that I go and hang out. So, I'm doing pretty well. It's just that, it's something about living with the rents. It still seems pretty cool for me.
All right, now, are you helping around the house? Are you paying for anything?
Let me put it this way. My mom picks up my dry cleaning all the time. She pays for it. I reimburse her sometimes, but she doesn't really cook for me a lot. But other than that, I'm not really paying them any rent right now, which I probably should be. What do you guys think?
You're 39. I can't believe that you're still talking that way. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should.
I think you're Arthur.
If it was... actually, we should be having the same conversation 20 years ago.
Hey,
in 1982, we should be talking this over.
Yeah. Hey, this is my first time calling you guys. I like your show.
Thanks.
But that guy, Fez, you guys ever listen or watch The Gong Show?
Yeah, sure.
Remember that guy that was one of the judges and he came out? That guy, Fez, sounds like that one guy, the guy, comes out with a mustache and he's like,
Who's he talking about, Fez?
Rip Taylor?
Rip Taylor? Albert, the fact that you're old enough to remember The Gong Show
means it's starting to move out.
Because most of those people have died of old age.
Hey, Chuck Barris, man.
Yeah, sure. I'm familiar with it. All right, thanks a lot, Albert.
All right, take it easy, guys.
All right, take it easy, Clarky.
That Albert, we'll have to sit around someday and talk about the old Gary Moore show.
Here is...
Red Skelton used to kill him, Ronnie, in his 20s.
Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, guys. I just want to say that the reason that all these guys are 25 living at home is I'm 70.
You can't curse, all right?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. All these
And turn your radio down.
It's down. All these wacky books that came out in the 70s and how to raise your kids and don't beat your kids and, don't do anything. And,
you know what, Rob? Come over here and I'll smack you just for not knowing that you can't curse on the radio.
I apologize.
But, I mean, how could you not know that at age 25? Why would you think that you would be able to curse on the radio?
I don't know. I guess it's all those books.
Yeah, it's some books.
It's all the books.
It's, never anyone saying, hey, I'm an F up.
Your parents should still be beating you.
All right, this on the instant feedback, and it sums it up. Al is a balding, sexless freeloader. And that really is kind of summing it up for me.
Freeloader! I love it.
Here's Tammy says, I'm 52. I moved out at age 20 into an S-hole apartment with 2 girlfriends. We lived on boxed mac and cheese that we were able to buy, and we were so happy to be out of the house. What's wrong with these guys? Now, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. That you expect that your first apartment or your first place is supposed to be as comfortable as where you grew up. And so many of these people feel like, oh, I'm middle class, without realizing, no, it's your parents that are middle class. You should be starting with nothing. And immigrants come to this country and are excited to work 2 jobs.
And want that money and want that chance to work. And send most of it back to the other country. See, I don't understand the kids that call and say, they went to college and that was their only time living away from home. My gosh, if you were out once, didn't that just feel great? Didn't it feel weird to go back?
No, because they were still in their mom's teat there. Jeez. They weren't paying for college. They weren't paying for that dorm room, for that apartment. They weren't earning their own spending money. That was just an extended version of living at home.
But just to be outside those walls had to feel good and had to feel weird to go back.
Hey, Allie. Allie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Allie.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
7036.
Hoo-hoo-ah!
Hey, guys. I got a new nickname for Al, the fabulous Al Dukes. Yeah.
Al, do you like that nickname?
No.
Or do you want to go back to your other nickname?
The faggot of the opera! Just scary.
Hey, Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, do me a favor, guys. I'm sick of these friggin' lamos talking about, oh, yeah, I moved away, I went to college, blah, blah, blah. They don't know nothing, for crying out loud. Tell them to shut up.
All right, Mike, what do you think it is? Let me hear the mic. Yeah, I want to hear the mic wisdom.
I'm sorry. One more time. What?
Well, tell us the way you think things should change.
How do I think it could change?
Yeah. Hold on right here, okay? And try to listen to this.
Hold on, Mike.
There you go, Mike.
Stay on the line.
Al, what's tomorrow night? Pizza night at your mom's house?
Could be. I really don't make plans in advance. On
Saturdays, you and her go out and buy dresses.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't wear dresses.
You're the same size, right?
I don't think so.
You should try on wigs together.
You both need them. What are some of these Saturday night parent date nights like?
No, they're not set up like date nights, but if I'm around and they're around, I might call over and say, hey, have you guys eaten dinner yet?
Oh, God, you're calling them.
All right, now, Al was trying to brag to me that he lived in Florida on your own, right, Al?
Yes, I did.
Al, where did you live?
Well, my parents had a condo. I rented from them.
You lying bastard!
Again, it's just an extended version of their world.
You didn't have your own place even when you were in Florida.
Well, I was renting.
Sure you were.
Oh.
I know how that rent is. It's $25 a month, and you sometimes don't pay.
Right.
And that's electricity and everything.
Al had to tell his dad he was gay to rent there, like the Ropers.
Did you pay for your college?
No, I did not.
And what did that all come to?
That had to be huge.
Yeah, I never even saw the bills.
You think it was six figures by the time?
You know, I really don't even know. I went to...
You're an adult now, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you ever sit down and think, you went to school for 6 years, right?
Yes.
You never even thought once, what did that cost my folks?
I know when I went to college, I went to a state school, so it was maybe $2,000 a semester, $3,000.
For the tuition?
For the tuition.
And you got the books, you got $200 a semester in books at least?
Yeah, they helped me out with books.
And let's face it, it's worthless.
Yeah, well, and then I really didn't keep a job because I had a lot of homework to do, so.
I seriously had to punch your heart out. Hey, James, you're on the Fez.
Hi, James.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What can we do for you?
Yeah, I'm 22, and my brother's 27, and the minute I got back from college, okay, I left the house because it felt so great to be away at college, and my brother's still living at home. And every time I go home, he's saying he's got tons of money in the bank, and how does it feel to be poor? I'm saying, my friend, it's worth every penny.
Good for you.
How old's your brother?
My brother's, he's going to be 27.
Right. You know, by the time... Just to point out to everybody, 27, Jim Morrison was already dead. Just so you know this. Hendrix dead.
I think some people are just more family-oriented than others.
Yeah, but I tell you...
No. Sitting there and sucking the marrow out of your parents does not make you family-oriented. If you said to me, hey, I'm taking care of my folks, I'm paying their rent, I'm sending them on cruises, I'd say to myself, that Al is family-oriented. You going home with your dirty underwear and throwing the pillowcase at your mom, that's not family-oriented, that's a freeloader.
You're so family-oriented, you're dating your own parents, Al, every Saturday night.
Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, how's it going, Ron Fez? Yeah, I just want to say, I think with all this, I call pussiness that these guys are...
Pussiness, that's a nice phrase. I'm going to pick that one up.
Well, okay, I'm sorry.
No, I like it.
Yeah, I think our country's going to start going downhill.
Please start.
Continues. And I notice it happens a lot with the Italian guys. I mean, even Italy, they say this happens the most, where you have a lot of these mama's boys. And I see a lot of these Guido guys and these Guido Italian guys. I see it happening most with them. So I don't know. It might be like a South European thing, like an Italian thing. What do you think?
Al's Italian.
I don't know what goes on in Italy.
Well, they had a thing in 60 Minutes where they said a lot of these guys are like 40, 50 years old, and they do make good money, and they're like living with their mommy and daddy. I don't know what's with these Italians. I see it over here with these Guidos over here in America, these Guido Italians. So I don't know what's going on.
You are the last racist in America.
Come on.
Well, Dave has finally pinpointed the problem. It's the Guido Italians.
It's on these Guidos. You got these spaghetti eaters who, they're without papers. They come over here. No, I definitely think of it an American thing. It's more like ball stuff. Here's another thing. You know, remember when you were a kid, you didn't see your dad wearing, new sneakers, jeans, chewing gum.
I never saw my dad in jeans.
You can't picture your dad was like playing video games. Your dad would never say, hey, let's go to the arcade, or I stopped at the arcade on the way home from work. Or even, hey, I got some new, records. Your dad stopped at a certain age, and that was his age. If it was 1957, to him, there wasn't another effing record made after 1957. Everything stopped from that point on.
There's no cartoons for your parents now.
Your dad wouldn't have been sitting around watching the Flintstones, laughing his ass off, the way guys now are watching the Simpsons and throwing stuff in the air like it's the funniest thing they ever seen. I mean, if the middle-aged guys, they're going like this. Oh, man, can you wait for Spider-Man? It's going to be so bitchin'.
They're the ones camping out.
I think it is also because we don't hunt anymore. Let people kill some stuff. Al, you ever hunted in your life?
No, I have not. I wouldn't do that.
You want to do that? You want to go out hunting? And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll kill a deer, you cut the heart out, and you bite it.
No,
oh, there you go.
And you yell, today I'm a man.
We paint your face with the blood.
No, I don't want to kill any animals.
We'll have you back by Saturday for your parents' date night.
He calls his mom if there's a spider in his apartment.
And what does she do?
She comes over with a rolled-up newspaper, smacks the spider, and then puts him on her breast. there, Albert. Hey, Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, boys? 1033.
Hooah!
I just want to say in Time Magazine they were talking about this. They call them adultolescents because they're not adults and they're not adolescents. They're stuck in between.
Is that you, Al?
I've heard that term before, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you are, Al. You big pussy.
But they're getting older, though. I don't see it's like, all right, if you were like an adolescent between the ages of 18 and 29, that's one thing. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Well, here's the weird thing. I remember the guy who just called us a couple calls ago, and he's 39, and he's having fun, and he's saying he's macking chicks and everything. When Archie Bunker, when that started, Archie was 39. I couldn't understand the world. The world had passed them by. But now people are 39 and they're still watching MTV. You look at some of these guys and it's just, maybe it's a better way to live. I don't know, Fez. Maybe we're totally wrong here.
Well, it's a carefree childhood existence, that's for sure. It's Never Never Land.
Is that you, Al? Never Never Land?
You lost girl?
No, I don't think I'm a Never Never Land.
What are you? You say 2 years from now you're going to grow up, right?
Yeah, I would like to maybe be married at 35.
And that's going to make you grow up?
Yeah,
you're going to suddenly start being mature?
Yeah, I think I could.
Or are you going to be one of those guys who treats his chick like his mom?
No, I don't think I would do that.
You hope your mom leaves your dad for you, don't you?
No, definitely
You're
not.
just sick.
Have you ever thought about a world with your own mom?
No, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard.
Al? Why not, Al?
I'm gay.
Ooh, so you're thinking of your dad.
He's
What's this even mean? Why are we playing this, Roy?
Al's Saturday night date with his parents. That's all he's thinking about.
Mother, shall we? She's taking him to Goonie Golf. And then he's riding in bumper cars. And then he's crying if he doesn't get to go in the ball pit.
Nothing wrong with, having some dinner with your parents.
Ronnie, the ball pit is what he calls his dad's trousers.
You better not, Al.
Isn't that thick?
I'm gay.
Here's our own little Frenchie. Hey, Frenchie, how you doing, honey?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Frenchie.
Hi, I miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss you, too. Where you been?
I've been working, and I have finals and stuff this week. Al makes me completely sick when I listen to him.
How about when you look at him?
When I look at him, too, I try not to think about him because that makes me sick, too.
You know what? If he had some drawn-in Sharpie hair, he'd be all upset.
I think he might get a girl that way. But, I mean, I'm 20 years old. I'm a junior in college. I have 2 jobs. All my school loans are in my name. I just don't get where he's coming from. I don't understand him. I don't want to live at home ever again. I love my parents. I love my family, but he just makes me sick.
Al.
How do you answer this young lady? So much responsibility on her tiny shoulders.
Well, I mean, we all had different experiences growing up. Some people want to leave the home right away because they had a weird childhood.
And others want to do their dad.
I mean, there's nothing wrong if your parents help you out with college
Why attack
money.
her childhood in the first place?
That's the way she's saying how she wanted to get out, but just because my parents paid for college, that was an education they were providing for
You
me.
are still taking your laundry home, and your mom is making sandwiches for you to bring into the city.
Oh, Al, don't even tell me you took your crap check shirt to your mother to clean.
Actually, I just had it in the pile.
Somebody had a crap on your check.
Oh, you're disgusting. That shirt that got the crap check on it, he handed to his mother and said, here, get a whiff of this, Toots.
Seriously, someone should crap on your check to maybe get you to wake up and see what you're doing with your life.
They did that already.
Did it work? I forgot.
Well,
I'll say this, it was the best day of my life. Both that and when Billy had to come back here like a big idiot and read his apology.
The defecation proclamation.
Frenchie, I don't think we ever tell you how nice your ass is, and I don't ever want to forget that, okay?
Thank you.
I mean, seriously.
Great.
It's perfect.
Thank you very much.
It's as perfect as CC.
I'll make sure I show you again when I come in.
And you're not even attracted to her, right, Al?
no, she's not my type.
She doesn't have a penis.
No, I'm not looking for a penis, but she's not my type.
What are you looking for? What's the perfect girl for you, Al?
I like more of a girl next door look.
Where are you living?
Like a suburban girl next door.
Give me somebody that so I can picture.
I like a Jennifer Aniston type girl.
Yeah, that's suburban.
There you go.
She lived in Manhattan and then Hollywood. Yet you somehow see her as the suburban girl.
Al likes the next door look as long as he's living in Boys Town.
Is that what your idea is?
No, not at all.
You want a girl that you can cry on her shoulder when someone craps on your check. What is it? So you're looking for a perfect girl and then you'll turn into a man?
No, I'm already a man.
You're looking for, no, you told us today that you're not a man.
Well, I mean...
All right, first of all, remember we're talking about your crap check. Here's what Billy wanted to say about that.
I know now that joking with fecal matter is never justified.
Thank you.
That was my favorite speech. So when you meet that perfect girl, you will turn into a man that day. Like Sleeping Beauty meeting Prince Charming.
I think it comes with marriage.
Which one is he?
He's Sleeping Beauty. And she's going to kiss him and wake him up.
Most people would say they grew up when they got married. But
they would say that then. You think that?
Yeah, like that is when they truly become a man.
And marriage.
Yes, because then you're responsible not just for yourself, but for another person and a family.
Are you nervous about putting your little dinky in the naughty spot?
No.
Not at all.
He knows it won't get there.
Oh, yeah.
It'll end up on the stomach before it hits there.
Well, a sweater. He normally uses a sweater.
Al's very nervous about his wedding night.
What is it that you want, Al?
When I'm interested in one guy, if he doesn't pan out, I'll bang this guy.
Really? So that's your way?
No, that's a clip of me. I don't say that.
That's a clip. Sure, that was a computer voice.
Al wants to know if it hurts really bad when your hymen breaks. Because he's worried about that.
I'll kick it. If you want, Al, get it out.
Kick it in, Ronnie. Kick it in.
I'll bust it in.
I don't have one.
Al, why don't you
get a battering ram like they have on cops?
Al, why don't you go out with Frenchie?
I heard she's got a boyfriend.
All right, but if not, would you go out with her?
Yeah, I'd go on a date with her, definitely.
Oh my God, I would not even go. I would not even think about that.
Oh, he just went foo and wiped his bald brow.
I would never go out on a date with Al.
Why?
Because you disgust me.
Yeah.
You make me sick.
I'm fun, though, when we go out.
Frenchie, if you can't find the words...
He really baffles me. Al, you're only fun when you're completely trashed. You have to be completely drunk to be fun. That's the only time I could have a conversation with you.
The only time I see Al being completely happy is when he's drunk has on a discipline helmet and a big Greek guy's mounting him. Then he's finally happy.
When he's got the ball in his mouth, the discipline ball.
Is that what you want, Al?
Nope, I've never...
Like the Gimp?
I'm not into that at all.
We ought to dress you up like the Gimp and keep you in a toy box in the corner. You are, you're a child.
Not a child, but not like a...
Well, true, you don't see many bald kids.
No, I'm just saying there's a difference between... I can see somebody and say...
All right, here's Lisa wants to talk to you, Al. Hey, and stay on, okay, Frenchie?
Okay, dear.
Because I just want to think about you being cute. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Al actually realizes that women don't want a man that they have to babysit. So they have to do his laundry and everything.
You know, here's the thing. When you take Al out, you have to get him in a kiddie seat. And then he has a little steering wheel, and he can pretend he's driving.
He still has to get a booster chair.
So what do you say to a person like this if she thinks that you're a big baby?
Well, I wouldn't be looking for a girlfriend to be doing my laundry.
You're going to make your mom still do it?
No, I can do it. Where I live, I don't have laundry facilities.
Why not a laundromat? How about going to your mom's house, doing your own laundry once?
Well, because why waste the time there? I bring it, I can drop it off, they do their laundry, do it all at one time.
Yeah, so you can mix your stuff in with your mom's panties. There you go, big man.
Now we know why.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Carter.
You want the underwear mixing together. It's like your naughty parts are touching.
Well, I don't have my own C.
Oh, that's true. He doesn't have his own C.
He rents.
Al, do me a favor. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to come pick you up at your apartment. I'm taking you to the Marines, and we're signing you up.
No.
Yeah.
You're going to be the world's oldest Marine.
You ready, Gomer?
No, I do not want to join the military.
Why not?
I'm too old for that.
No, they let gays in the military now, Al.
Yeah, Al, this is your time. Don't ask, don't tell.
I'm not gay.
I'm gay. We said don't tell.
I'm gay.
He's having trouble with the don't tell part.
You can't come popping in here as gay as a cricket.
All right, we got to go take a break. But Al, seriously, I want you to start thinking about growing up, okay?
Well, I think I'm grown up.
Yes, you're not going to get any taller, but you had Cracker Jacks for lunch.
With milk on them. Mother's milk.
And you sleep with Boo Boo Kitty.
Why is that? We got to take the blankie away, Al. Your Wolby.
This Wolby. He's got a whoopee. All right, we're going to take a break.
All right.
We got a game show coming up in a little bit that these poor bastards, Al got them in here hours early.
It's a big-ass game show. It's an in-studio version of You Know You Need, Unique New York. They're going to be competing for the grand prize, a men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch. Tourneau, the world's largest watch store since 1900. Plus, when we come back, we have the Friday Fezitorial. Very special one, Ronnie.
Good. And it's for Lisa?
Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
I'm going to read that one. I'm going to listen to that one, Fez. One last thing on the instant feedback, Al. Here's a question. Who pays for the Saturday night dinners with you and your parents?
I try, but my parents never take the money.
Rory? Take them down!
Take them down now! Take them down!
Oh,
that was hard.
All right, part of your problem, Al, is you have no balance. You have the sense of balance of a child.
I don't have a good center of gravity.
Yeah, let me
You
see.
don't have any center of gravity.
Let me see whether you do or not. Rory? Take them down!
Take them down!
Oh, God.
Ooh.
I don't have a good sense.
How does his feet go above his head like that?
Yeah. He actually,
from under him.
He was looking straight into his own bunghole.
And he liked what he saw.
Into the abyss. We'll be right back with the Fezitorial. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez.
You're scaring me. Stop it.
1027 WNEW.
For Left Eye, a Fezitorial Memorial. Well. Lisa Left Eye Lopez of the famed singing group TLC has died in a tragic car accident in the greater Honduras. And I haven't been this upset about losing a crazy girl since my nutty neighbor, Hello Patty, was taken away for a while after she tried to give her cat a bath in a dishwasher in someone else's apartment. with someone else's cat. But what really T-buzzes my chili is the fact that Left Eye will only be remembered as that wacky arsonist who torched Andre Rison's $1 million mansion by getting mad at his shoes and lighting them on fire in the bathtub. Afterward, she was locked up in a halfway house nut hut for fear she'd pull a General Sherman and burn down the rest of Atlanta. Now, yes, Left Eye was a cashew away from being totally nuts. And yes, on her worst days, she could make Phil Hartman's wife look sane. But let's not forget that Left Eye had so much to teach us through her music and the songs of TLC. Just listen to the lyrics of their mega hit Waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Now, whatever that means, I'm sure it's good advice. It's probably advice Left Eye herself should have listened to. Because if she had stuck to the places she's used to, people wouldn't be trying to get her body through customs right now from a third world Central American country where Cheetos are considered money. Left Eye, we can still learn from you and one of your early hits, Baby, Baby, Baby. The song reads, oh, baby, 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 I've got so much love in me. Ooh, baby, 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 'cause if you're gonna get me off, you got to love me deep. What beautiful words. It teaches a guy how to treat a young lady that obviously can't feel any pleasure unless it's banging into her pancreas. That song also says the lines, a nickel got to be true, 'cause otherwise this B ain't got no time for you. Now, I don't get the part about the nickel, but I know what it's like to be a B and to be really short on time. And perhaps most important, the message we can learn from the TLC song, No Scrubs. Listen to the lyrics. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. So wise. That taught me that I don't have to answer every booty call that rings my phone. I don't have to put up with some chum who thinks he's all that and just wants to get all up in there in my stank. 'Cause you are tripping if you think I am some cluck just backing that ass up for some wannabe player. That is whack, and this is one shorty who can buy her own 40, and you will give me my propers, aight? Sweet Lord, now I don't even know what I'm talking about. But, you know, this whole thing reminds me of growing up in Pinellasburg, Florida, where, oddly enough, I was known as Left Thigh, due to having one upper leg strangely larger than the other. But it was there that I learned how hard it is to start a singing career. I remember Mother rehearsing her act out in the barn with our handyman named Boo-Boo. And as I look back, I noticed some real similarities between Mother and TLC. TLC had waterfalls, and Bobo had Mother trying something called water sports, which he must have been confident about because he said it would have #1 all over it. And he even gave Mother a similar nickname, Wet Eye, which he said stung a little bit at first, and then... Wait a minute. Mama got the pee-pee on her. Anywho... Left Eye, you will be missed. I still had so much to learn about you. Like how to pronounce your last name. Was it Lopez or was it Lopes? Now the world may never even know. But we still have your wisdom. Like in the TLC song, Silly Ho, where you say, ain't never been that chicken head to wake up in your bed. And I ain't never been no silly ho. We know, Left Eye, you weren't a silly hoe. A crazy biatch, yes. Silly hoe, never. And from those of us, Left Eye, who thought we were just silly hoes, till you set us straight, we say this. We're here, we're queer, we will not disappear. This has been my Fezitorial. Thank you. Will someone please tell Ronnie the Fezitorial's done? To come back in the studio?
All right. Fez, that was good.
You missed it. You didn't hear a bit of it. You missed the Fezitorial.
Didn't you say TLC had a new album coming out or something?
It was a Fezitorial memorial to Left Eye.
Left Eye is dead?
Yes, Left Eye Lisa Lopez died in a car crash in Honduras.
Well, they should have put it on the radio or TV today.
They did.
She was cute.
I just put it on the radio.
What the hell was she doing in Honduras?
I have no idea. They said that she found some sort of peace in visiting Honduras. She finally found a place where she could relax.
Yeah.
Sounds suspicious to me.
Very suspicious at best.
7 people in the car. She was the only one killed.
Yeah.
And apparently they're going to get her back here and she'll be cremated. Andre Rison says that's only fair.
Yeah, this hasn't been on all day today.
877-692-1027.
You know, you notice on the radio they never play her rap part. Remember, she had the rap break in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah.
That was her only real part.
Right.
I think she cursed in it, that's why.
Ah, good. You know, she's
I
taking it
cursed
old
about
school.
a waterfall.
She's taking it old school. She's upset.
Effing waterfalls.
Who was the, Aaliyah? Is that who died earlier this year?
Yes.
Yeah, Aaliyah died in a plane crash.
So it's a rough year for the R&B folks, huh?
Well, we still have T-Boz and Chili.
The ungood version of that band.
Now,
to me, they were the Supremes.
Left Eye was coming out with a new name. She was Nina, and that stood for something. New identity, non-applicable.
Right, okay, fine. Get back to Honduras in a big joint. Hey, Eric, you're on the Fez.
Hey, Eric. What's up, Ron?
Yeah, buddy.
How you doing, Fez?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, how come everybody's talking about Left Eye, but nobody mentions Lane Staley?
Yeah, what happened there?
I think
he got a quick once-over.
Yeah, I think everyone thought Lane Staley, since he kept thinking
He'd been dead.
Yeah, he had died so many times that no one was shocked when it actually happened.
Right.
I mean, the guy's part of the whole Seattle alternative rock thing. And
yeah, I know, but we already got upset over Kurt Cobain. You know, after that...
So it's only one per
genre.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, but here's the thing. He kind of was at his peak, and then he also wasn't a, nice piece of ass. Where a lot of people have run batches to Left Eye. And I actually never ran one till today when I found out she was dead. Then I ran a quick one. In honor of her. A salute.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Eric. Sorry about
Later.
Lane Staley.
Plus, we always play that Rooster song. What more do you want out of us?
We've done our part.
Yeah.
877-692-1027.
We got a game coming up in an hour, Fezzy.
It's the Big Ass Game Show tonight. You know you need Unique New York, the in-studio version. Everyone qualified all week by answering You Know You Need Unique New York questions. And they won tickets to see the advanced screening of the new Woody Allen film, Hollywood Ending. Tonight, they compete for the grand prize, a men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch. Tourneau, the world's largest watch store since 1900, with over 100 brands and 8,000 styles.
We might have a few more of those passes to give out, too.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Dan, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, listen, everybody, all hardcore punk rock.
Joey Ramone died, and CBGB's had roses on it for a week.
Yeah, they're making such big press out of this chick. She was nothing. Joey was a legend.
All right,
wow,
but here's
this
the thing.
is sad.
It's not one or the other. People felt bad when Joey died.
No, I just don't feel that Joey got the right press. How's that?
I don't know. He went in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. There was big parties for him here in town. The funeral was everywhere. Like I said, people showed up from all over at CBGB's and were lighting candles and putting roses out. But I don't think it's like one or the other. Some people like one. And I guess this girl was big on MTV at one time, right?
Sure, yeah. That
sure
Waterfalls video alone.
Yeah.
Right. All right, guys, I just wanted to voice my...
Plus, there was that whole Scrubs thing, where Scrubs is Scrubs, Scrub-a-dub-dub.
Nice.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
877-692-1027.
Here's Andrew. Andrew, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Andrew.
Maybe after the fact, Fez.
What is?
After the other game. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, everybody felt bad about Joey except for Al. Remember that?
Yeah, right. We almost beat Al up.
You think Lisa's going to put out like 10 more albums like Tupac?
How did Tupac have so much stuff just laying around?
They must have recorded everything the man did.
You know who else they did that with? Hendrix. They released like another 18 albums.
Yeah, and John Lennon, too.
John Lennon, what'd they put? One album out, and then they found that Free as a Bird song, and the other Beatles sang behind it, and it was all ridiculous.
Yeah, but she's selling everything that's laying around the apartment.
Yeah, right. That's true.
Now, from what I understand, in the Nirvana situation, they have that Nirvana company that's made up of Dave Grohl, the other Nirvana guy, and Courtney Hole.
Yeah.
So they have an agreement where any one member of the organization there, the corporation, this sounds so WWF, can ask to have another member mentally evaluated to make sure that they're competent to run things. Well, a judge just said that Courtney Hall will not have to undergo a psychiatric evaluation that the other two Nirvana guys asked for.
You know, those other two guys can do all the whining and bitching that they want, but who wrote the songs? It seems like it's her estate. And, you know, he's the one who married a knucklehead. So there's not much they're going to be able to do about this.
I love any sort of agreement where you can just have someone psychiatrically evaluated.
I'd like to do that around here. Here's Eric. Eric, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Eric. What that?
He just made a little noise like that.
Oh, okay. Appreciate the noise, thanks.
Here's Stephanie. Stephanie, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Stephanie?
Yeah.
Fezzy says hi.
Hi, Stephanie. What's going on, girl?
Hi, baby.
Nothing. You're crazy.
You sound like the new Left Eye.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you sad about Left Eye?
Yeah, I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Sure.
Yeah.
What are you going to do tonight?
What am I going to do?
Turn your radio down, too, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
All right. Oh, my gosh. You're making fun of me.
Now, come on, turn your radio down, all right?
It is down.
I'll take you out to Popeyes later.
Nice. Dirty rice, Steph.
Whoa. Anyway.
Yeah.
I just called to ask, like, what are your...
What do you want? You can ask anything you want, baby. What do you want to ask?
What you ask us?
What you asking?
I just called to ask, like, what is your station about?
Spell axe for me, would you?
I pass by it a lot, and y'all be making jokes. It's funny.
Yeah.
And
we tripping. Baby, we tripping.
Baby, whack.
We whack, baby.
No, you're not whack. You're funny.
Yeah. Oh, whack's not a good thing?
No, whack's a bad thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Is bad crazy?
All right, what's being really funny? What would the slang there be?
Huh?
What would the funny slang be?
For being really, really funny and comical.
I don't know.
Bugging? Is bugging
Are we
good?
bugging?
Bugging.
Maybe this is a house
crazy.
We're house of
bugging.
This is House of Bugging, 2002.
Oh, my
Where you calling from, Stephanie?
I'm calling out of Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, Crooklyn. Crooklyn represent.
Oh my God, how old are y'all? Y'all like over 30?
Yeah, well, no, I'm 19, and my friend is 17.
Y'all ain't no 19.
How old are you, honey?
I'm 19 myself.
19, how many kids you got?
How you think I got kids?
What?
How you think I got kids?
I thought 19 by that age.
Naturally assumed.
Yeah.
Oh, naturally, really?
You don't have any kids?
So if I was to say 25, it would be the same thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Say with 3 more kids.
You're crazy.
Where's your baby's daddy?
You're crazy.
Not crazy.
When's your baby's daddy get out? Don't go there.
Don't you go there.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, yes, he did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
Are y'all finished?
Yeah. Go
Thank
ahead.
you. Okay. Yeah, I just want to know what's the station about.
What's it about?
Yeah, what are y'all about?
It whack.
No, serious.
No, it's blowing up. It's all blowing up.
No, seriously. I want to know what y'all about.
We all about the bling bling.
We about the bling bling. We all about the nabby dugout.
Oh, my gosh.
Tell me you did not just say that.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh, no, you didn't.
What we about?
Yeah.
We about to tap that ass.
Oh, no.
We about to tap that ass.
Y'all are so old. You're trying to be down. That is so sad. That is like real sad.
Oh, is it really? I didn't know.
it's
I don't know how
sad.
it works. I'm just trying, you know?
That's sad though.
I got some new kicks.
I
got some new kicks.
I know you wear shoes. You don't wear no sneakers.
And they are slamming.
All right, Stephanie, give us a couple words that we should be using, a couple phrases, all right?
A couple of
Because
phrases.
That's what we want to learn tonight. All new phrases.
All new phrases.
Okay, so give me some words. Maybe I'll translate it for you.
Okay. Having sex, what would we be doing?
Let me see. Banging. Like,
are we banging?
I'm gonna bang out this shorty tonight. It's a girl.
All right, we're going to bang out the shorty.
Shorty is a girl.
Yeah, shorty's a girl.
Oh, I thought shorty was my my junk. All right, so I'm a so a girl's a shorty.
Yeah.
All right, give me something else. Give me, let's say we're going to go out dancing.
Is y'all gonna go out dancing?
Yeah.
Same thing, dancing. Well, girls is dub. Like, give me a dub, shorty. Let me dub on me, dub.
What's a dub?
Dub.
Dub is like a girl dancing on you.
Oh,
You
okay.
understand? She dubbing.
Yeah, she dubbing.
Nice.
Yeah. Give us something else.
What else?
What else is like, if I want to stop by with my tail?
If you want to stop at what?
Put my tail around my neck.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I like to take my tail and put it under my cap.
Oh, my
So I look like half an Arab.
You look like a sheik going to play baseball.
Oh, my gosh. I was crazy.
How come you're home on a Friday night?
How come I'm home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a homebody.
You're a homebody.
I'm a homebody.
You sound really cute. What do you look like?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Look like a girl.
Just like a girl.
I look like a girl.
Like a shorty.
You're a
Shorty.
cute shorty.
I'm a shorty.
All right, hold on. Here's somebody who wants to hook up, okay?
Ah, jeez.
Somebody wants to hook up from the BX.
Ah, jeez.
He
What's
wants
wrong
a
with BX?
dub.
I'm
You
trying
want
to
a dub? You learning, you getting it.
He's going to break a shorty.
Yeah, he's
All right.
gonna bang out the shorty, but not likely.
No.
Nah.
He going to knock the dust off it?
You mean knock it down?
Oh, knock it down.
Hey, you gonna throw your back out.
I'm going to throw my back out. And in my case, I actually would, though.
Tell me she did not just say that.
In my case, I would actually throw my back out. All right, here's Frankie. Frankie, I got a shorty named Stephanie.
Frankie.
Oh, buddies.
Oh, buddy.
Buddy.
Hi, what's this young lady's name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, how you doing?
From
My name is
Crooklyn.
Frankie.
Hey, I'm good.
Okay, check this out.
Yeah.
Ron and Fez, it's all about wilding out.
Yeah.
All about having fun.
Exactly.
Being a big-ass card member.
Exactly.
And enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And you should listen to the show. You should tell your friends about Ron and Fez. They're the best show on WNEW 1027.
Okay.
And when you call, you give your big ass card if you have one.
Yeah.
And at the end of every phone conversation, you say, "See ya." And you always have to remember to call Al Dukes gay, and he has a big gay heart.
That's terrific,
Okay.
Frankie. All right, thank
Al
you.
Dukes gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Frankie.
See ya!
Stephanie, you know what? We'd like you to come in some night.
Okay, cool.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Would you like to visit our crib?
Y'all crib.
What's that with this?
Our home.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes. It's where our babies sleep.
Aww.
Our crib.
Yeah.
Stephanie, how's your babies doing tonight?
How my what?
Your babies.
How my baby?
Yeah.
Your
My
baby.
baby.
Your baby's kid.
My baby.
You watch Showtime at the Apollo? That's a good show.
Of course.
No, it's too many repeats, so I stopped watching it.
Yeah. Hold on. I got somebody who wants to talk to you, right?
Cool.
He wants to break it down.
Sure.
Because we are wowing it tonight.
Yeah, y'all
we wowing.
Wowing out tonight.
We all about the fun.
Y'all bugging.
We bugging! All right, here's Donovan. Donovan, say hello to Stephanie.
Hey, how you doing, Stephanie? This is Donovan.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, boo?
Good.
All we're doing is trying to get black guys laid tonight.
What's up, boo? Boo, what do you look like?
Hey,
but I
boo.
want a white guy, though.
You want a white guy?
Yeah, I want a white guy.
Oh, baby, I'm much better than a white guy.
Hey, Stephanie, let's crawl before you walk, all right, honey?
Stephanie,
Yeah, go ahead.
how come you rather a white guy over a brother?
I want to experience new things.
You want an experience?
You
I'll
never
give you an experience, baby.
What?
You know what
You never
I'm
been with you never been with a white guy before, Stephanie?
No.
Stephanie, who's like a famous white guy that you'd like to be with?
Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise.
He's a shorty.
Yo, I got it going on much more than Tom Cruise, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can feel me. You can't feel Tom Cruise like that.
Tom
Cruise control.
What's that even supposed to mean? You can feel you.
I don't know.
Means you can feel me. It means she can understand me. She can feel my vibe.
Okay, but that's understandable. But how y'all different? Only like the color is different. That's it.
Oh no, there's a much bigger difference than just color, baby.
Okay.
It's just the way we flow. You know what I'm saying? White guys flow differently from brothers.
She wants a white guy. We're gonna get her a white guy.
You gonna get a white guy?
Yeah.
All right, but Ronnie, check it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call back another time because I want to meet up with Asia.
Yeah, that'd be I love Asia.
Asia's
the best.
I'll definitely take her out, show her a good time, you know, make the show look good.
All right, thank you very much, Donovan.
All right, peace, brothers.
Right, see
ya.
See, we're getting a lot more black listeners, Fezzy. It's all we ever wanted.
Asia, of course, was at the Cruel Circus, and I finally got to meet her sister, Karima.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Fezzy, don't go there. Don't you go there. Here's Jerry. Jerry, you're on with Stephanie from Crooklyn.
Hey, Jerry, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Stephanie?
Hey, what's up?
I know you're looking for a honky, but how about a Puerto Rican?
Oh.
We can get together
I've never been with a Puerto Rican.
We can get together for a nice little jab session.
Now, Jerry, are you 100% Puerto Rican or are you mixed in?
No, I'm straight up Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Straight from the ghetto.
When's the parade this year?
I don't know about that. I never been to the parade.
June 24th, Fezzy.
Yeah. June 24th?
You going to that, Stephanie?
So you never been with a Puerto Rican, Stephanie?
Nah.
You know we like to go down, right?
What happened?
You know we like to go down.
Yeah, I sure do.
And y'all like to get it down there too.
Nah, I'm good. Not from everybody though.
What's that?
You jab a lot? You do a lot of jabbing?
Is that a lot of what?
Do a lot of jabbing?
No.
You enjoy that, do you, Stephanie?
Not from everybody.
Not from everybody.
No.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't think some of this is making the air. All right, thank you, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry.
We try to give Puerto Rican. Hey, before maybe, we tried the Puerto Rican, maybe before you completely move on to a white guy, why not try an Italian guy, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right. Here is...
that makes sense in the evolutionary chain.
Sure, here's Frank. Frank.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Stephanie, how are you, babe?
Hey, I'm good. What's up?
All right. Hey, listen, you know what? I'm really... Can you say a word for me?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Like, what word?
Say the thing where words come out of what part of your body?
What?
Say mouth.
Say mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, mouth.
Mouth.
All right. I want to ask
Ralph
you.
Mouth.
I want to ask you out, babe.
You want to ask me out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pick you up in a limo.
Yeah.
We'll go out. We'll get some wine. We'll ride around. We'll go out for a nice dinner.
Well, first of all, how old are you?
What's that?
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Whoa.
Oh, tell me you did not just say that.
Huh?
That's like real old.
It's real old.
What's real old mean, by the way? That's just not happening?
It's not happening.
42.
I never even went over 23.
I have my own advertising business.
Oh, she'll love that. All right.
Do you have the Popeyes account?
Oh, shit.
Shut up.
We're going to get some shrimp. Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah, what's up?
Let's go get some shrimp.
Popcorn shrimp.
And then after that, I'm going to dub you.
You want to dub me?
I'm gonna knock
How
it-
you going to dub me?
I'm
going to George W.
I'm going to knock that shorty down. Here's Tanya. Tanya, you're on a Fez.
Hi, Ron and Fez.
Hey.
Hi, Tanya.
Hey, Fezzy.
Hey, Tanya. What you got going on, girl?
Oh, nothing much. Nothing much. You know, I'm listening to you guys, and you sound real sexy. And I'd like to come down and meet you guys, too. I'm a black woman.
You know what, Fezzy? Maybe we start pimping this thing on Friday night so we can get rid of all of our white girls.
Oh, nice.
We have time to
y'all need some big butts in your life.
That's
You
what we
sure
need, some big
do.
butts. How big are we talking, Stephanie?
Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you know, these guys need to really party with the fine, hot, sweet, chocolate females.
Exactly, but I'm caramel though.
She caramel?
Yes.
All right, who?
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care.
With a big
I'm
butt.
like a chocolate. And I
How
just got a
big is it,
butt.
Stephanie?
I wear size 12 in pants.
Oh,
so my butt
God.
is big.
That's huge.
I'm a 36.
36
I'm
waist?
32.
Are they talking about their waist, Fezzy?
Yeah.
Yep. That's the measurements.
Jesus Christ. I don't know if we'll have to knock a room out here to fit them in.
He's going to come through the door sideways.
Maybe we'll get you guys in here and we start shaking that ass.
Oh, some rum shakers. Run and Fez rum shakers.
You're a big fine woman. Why don't you back that ass up?
Oh, well, I'm not that fat, honey. I'm like, 5'3". I'm a 30. I'm about 34.
Where are all my plus size girls? Where are all my plus size girls? Where my big girls at?
Y'all be into petite zeros. That's nothing.
No.
That's too small.
They gotta have that ass. My plus size girls into his house.
But y'all still think they got butts, though. I know, right? Us girls got butts, too. Yeah, that's gross.
It's like they're invisible.
You got the junk in the trunk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oakland booty.
Fezzy, finally now we found our niche.
We've been looking forever.
Now, Tanya, you like white guys?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah. I think them, too.
This suddenly seems like Bronx Tale. We could be the Bronx Tale show.
Yeah, that's my movie. I like that movie.
You like that movie?
Like that movie.
Yeah. All right, now, don't the brothers get mad at you girls for flirting with white guys, though?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, do they?
Not me.
Yeah.
I don't have no problem with that.
No? Where are you from, Tanya?
I'm from Brooklyn, too, honey.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You on the same party line.
It's Ron and Fez's party line. It's a watch line with Tremonti Watts. What's up? What?
Watch line.
Watch line.
You know, you guys are so funny. I'm telling you. You guys make me laugh every night. I listen to you, too.
Yeah.
Are we bugging?
Y'all bugging.
Oh, you guys are bugging.
Are we tripping?
Y'all tripping.
But we're not whack.
No, y'all not whack.
Nah. You guys are really something else.
Yeah.
You guys hot.
Y'all not 7:30 neither.
We're not 7:30.
That means mental.
Yeah, that's what it means.
7:30. What?
You don't know what 7:30 means? That means mental.
We're trying to learn some new things tonight.
I just found out about 4:20. You stupid! All right, Fezzy, maybe one night we just filled the studio up with black girls. And we introduce them to white guys. We have like a little mixer, like a Bronx Tale mixer.
A race mixer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. That's no problem with me, too.
All right, hold on.
We'll do trading races.
All right, trading races.
Trading races.
They don't know what they're getting. They don't know what they're getting. All right, hold on. Yeah.
I want to say I love your show.
Oh, thank you very much. You both seem really good. All right, now hold on. We're going to get you digits.
What? We're going to get their fingers?
No.
Ow.
I think I heard that somewhere. I don't know.
We need their 911. Oh, no, 411. It's not an emergency. So talk to our new friends, Stephanie and Tanya.
Roy, you go out and do it. Don't let Al talk to them, okay?
Yeah. Or trust me, they'll never want to see another white guy. They talk to Al for 2 seconds.
Hey, I can't get over trading races. And then you come back after the weekend. Your son's in the room with a black girl. I expected a little something different.
Okay. My husband's not going to be thrilled with this.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping we'd just start with Asian and then move on from there. Trading races.
877-692-1027.
Oh, no, you didn't give out those digits.
Oh, yes, I did. That's our 411.
Yeah. What was the other thing that I didn't know that she said?
Wow, there were so many different things. 7:30.
Yeah, what's the 7:30 about?
7:30, she said, is mental.
Yeah, you 7:30, Fezzy.
Is that some sort of police code, like mental patient on the loose or something?
That's 5-0.
I thought it was 7:30, like, because you ain't getting 8. That's something like that.
That's funny. Because you ain't never getting 8.
You stopping at 7:30.
I'm going to knock down a shorty.
Shorty.
What's dubbing mean? You getting like a lap dance?
Yeah, dub sounding like lap dance. A personal dance. Private dancer.
Now you're showing your age. How are you guys?
You guys are old.
All right, coming soon to the Ron and Fez show, Trading Races. Hey, we are trying to get a hold of a really bizarre guy.
Timothy Speed Levitch. He is, of course, from Steve's Walking Tours of New York City and the subject of a new documentary, The Cruise.
Well, I don't think it's new, but it just came on IFC. I think it's 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
But you've never seen anything like this in your life, and I believe it's IFC. I need someone to check for me. We'll be right back with that. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
1027 WNEW, New York. Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
We're Ron and Fez coming up in just a little while. The contestants will be entering the studio for a round of You Know You Need Unique New York, our big-ass game show. Grand prize, a men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch from Tourneau, the world's largest watch store since 1900. People have been qualifying to come in studio all week, playing rounds of You Know You Need Unique New York, and winning tickets to the new Woody Allen film screening, Hollywood Ending, which opens nationwide on May 3rd. That's all courtesy of DreamWorks.
Now, we are waiting to get this call from Speed Levitch, I believe his name is. He is the really whacked-out tour guide. The name of the movie, I just saw this documentary the other night on IFC called The Cruise. One of our contestants, David, you've met him before?
I did meet him. Very briefly. I'm sure he would not remember me.
Is he the craziest, strangest thing you've ever seen in your life?
Absolutely crazy, strange. In a brief encounter, it was seriously just meeting him on the street. But, it's the sort of thing where sometimes you see a celebrity, you don't know if you talk to them, whatever.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, you say he's a celebrity. The guy has nowhere to live. He doesn't live anywhere. He couch surfs, he calls it, Fezzy. He just cruises from place to place.
Just crashing on friends' apartments for as long as he can.
And then does these really bizarre tours of New York where he just gets off and gets very strange. Here is the weirdest thing in the movie, Fez. Now, first, when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, here's this, strange little guy. Boy, don't I feel, I'm enjoying the fact that he's eccentric. So this movie was done in, 98, right?
Okay.
It's just a documentary. At different points in the movie, and, sometimes he's like one of these guys is just a stream of consciousness, where sometimes you're laughing at him, like Polo you would laugh at.
Sure.
And other times you're just going, wow, what did he just say? You know what I mean? That was really weird, like a shaman almost, right? He did this rap where he would like to go out and stand between the Twin Towers and spin around and then look up, and he's like, it's like the towers are coming down on you.
Oh, too weird.
And they're showing him doing this, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm watching this 4 o'clock in the morning. My jaw's dropped open. Because this guy is already tapped in on some part of his consciousness that the towers are going to come down.
He's already got the feeling.
It was very, very weird. Now, you saw this, David?
Yeah, I saw it a few years ago. I don't remember it in quite as much detail as you do.
Of course not, because I'm not doing drugs. You, on the other hand, you're so whacked out.
Yeah, burnout.
You don't think that we're going to drug test you tonight? You're out of your mind.
I will pass with flying colors.
Yeah, well, not when we're done with it. It'd be like training day in here. So Al was supposed to have us hooked up at 9 o'clock. He doesn't get the guy's number. Al, come on in here.
I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay.
You can't come popping in here as gay as a cricket.
Al, where's Speed at?
He's calling, I'm sure.
No, 5 minutes ago, though.
Yeah, I told him 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what's 9:05.
Right.
Well, should we hold the unique game until we talk to him first, or do we move on?
I would say you start the game.
Albert, you've heard how eccentric this guy is.
Right.
Why are you depending on him to call us?
I don't have a choice. He doesn't have a home or anything. He has a phone that goes right to a voicemail.
If he has a phone...
That goes always right to a voicemail.
All right, how's he calling us tonight?
On a payphone. He's going to call me collect.
Oh, that'll sound good on the air. You got this all set up.
Where is he now? Why can't he just stop in?
He's in Montreal.
Now, what is he doing in Montreal?
That is one long-ass walking tour.
He's doing some strange play that's touring the U.S. and it went up to Canada.
What play is it?
I don't even know.
Strange play. You don't even know what it is.
What makes it strange?
It's the Music Man, Ronnie. They open in Toronto next week.
They're singing songs of love but not for me. That's how it opens. I cruise chicks. Sure you do. Sure you do, Speed. All right, so now we thought we had him.
Right.
And then we were going to talk with Speed, then move on and do the game show. What you had these poor people sitting here since 6:30, and you're pissed, right, David?
It was about as fun as jury duty out there.
My God damn it.
We all know how unfun jury duty is. And now everyone else in the green room is applauding. I can see him through the window.
Yeah,
Way to go, David.
I didn't want to have this situation now. We're waiting for him. I didn't want to have to be waiting
Well, this
for
can't all be about you.
Oh, it's not.
Al, you're the only person I know that could have people come in, offer to give them a $900 watch, one of them, and still be hated. And now he ran away. He just ran out of the room.
He doesn't need to
I wasn't done talking to you, young man.
I'm not here to take your abuse, he says.
Hates cruising chicks.
Oh, is that Speed?
Yeah, it takes a second to get the operator to click him over.
Do you mean by operator? Do you mean Billy Staples?
What's his last name?
Levitch.
All right, so does he go by Timothy Speed or just Speed?
He likes either one.
All right, good.
You don't know.
I did talk to him.
You just don't know.
Billy, do me a favor and don't spend an hour hooking this up. Just put the call in.
Billy's out there actually with those plugins, like the old Ernestine operator on Laugh-In.
All right, the gentleman's name is Timothy Speed Levitch. The film on IFC, I believe, this month, from what Roy tells me, is called The Cruise. I'm telling you right now, I've never seen anything like this. He's also done a film called Waking Life, which is kind of a cartoon thing with Richard Linklater. And what was the other film?
Something Pennsylvania.
Scotland, Pennsylvania, I believe?
Something like that.
Yeah. All right. Timothy, or as he's put up here by Billy, Tomothy.
Oh, nice.
Speed. And then Billy went and spelled his last name wrong. Billy, get off the phone to stay off, okay?
Please.
Hey, Speed, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, is this Al?
You're on the air with Ron and Fez.
With Robin.
Ron and Fez, yes.
Ron and Fez. Yeah,
hey, guys.
You're on the air right now, Speed.
It's great to be on the air with you guys.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Montreal, Canada.
Now, what are you doing there?
I have some friends who are affiliates of the Cirque du Soleil, the circus, and I just was watching a flying trapeze class.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not with Cirque du Soleil, right?
No, I'm just a fan, just an aficionado.
You're not the guy who wraps himself up in bed sheets and goes flying around the arena, are you?
Well, no, that's not me.
Because that's a cool act.
I want to say I'm a big fan of that guy, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Now, we wanted to track you down because I just saw The Cruise the first time a couple nights ago, and I guess it's on IFC this month?
Yeah, it's been playing on IFC haphazardly for the last few months.
This film is unbelievable. The type of tours you give are incredible. But I got to tell you also, Speed, the thing that freaked me out was that you seem to be tied in with the towers coming down.
It's true. It's kind of eerie to watch the cruise now. The meaning has definitely altered since September.
Yeah, I mean, what is that like for you to see that?
Well, I'll tell you, I always wondered how somebody like Anton Chekhov was writing plays about the Russian Revolution, 10 years, 20 years before the revolution actually happened.
Right.
And now I've experienced that kind of sensation. I think that as an artist, when you really are working hard to keep a clear communication with your soul, you are kind of tapped in to a certain foreknowledge, if you will.
Yeah, because there were certain parts of the film where you were kind of talking and relating to the Brooklyn Bridge or different buildings that you were kind of talking. I mean, you do seem to live on a different plane than most people.
I think that's fair to say.
And you do this on purpose?
I never made a conscious decision. I just been doing what I feel.
Tell us about your New York tours. What is different by the way you take people around New York?
Well, I always felt that New York City is basically like a giant human being. It's an autobiography, a portrait of the humanity that built it, that dwells in it, that celebrates in it, that doesn't celebrate in it. And the tours I give of New York are really spiritual, introspective. I treat each neighborhood like a fable, like an unfolding mythology that the great city teacher is teaching. And I talk not only about the city's history and statistics and facts, I talk about us. I talk about our lives and how we can live better. And these are walking tours? I worked in mainstream tourism for companies like Apple and Greyline for 5 years. And since 1998, I've been doing my own walking tours. Now, do you have a planned route, or do you just pick a neighborhood and let the city take you where it moves you? The tour is a hip-hop mix and a jazz bebop fiesta, and a moving party. And each neighborhood kind of has its own route. When people call me up, I usually present them with a menu. You know, I do neighborhoods like Greenwich Village, Lower East Side, Wall Street. I do something called the Midtown Rush Hour Tour, in which we just tour rush hour.
What's that tour like?
Well, we usually meet at Grand Central at the information booth at 5 p.m., so during the week, and we just jump right into the chaos. It's always profound to stand still in the middle of rush hour and just watch it breeze by.
Watch everybody go cruising by while you're there.
That is a cool feeling where you don't have to be anywhere and you can watch other people go through the turmoil.
That's right. It's a great opportunity to discuss themes of rush hour, things like destinations and alienations and how incredible it is, that the giant choreography that's happening in Grand Central every day.
Now, Speed, what got you into cruising? And explain to everybody exactly what it means, like to just be on the cruise.
Well, I was going to NYU, and I was a playwright, studying playwriting, and somebody told me that I had to get a job.
Right.
Labor. When I was graduating. I'd never even considered that. So I sat down with myself, and I considered what it was that I liked doing. You know, if I was going to do something, it would be nice to find something I enjoyed. And I always enjoyed appreciating beauty. Appreciating beauty is really the central theme of all cruising. You know, it's about appreciating the beauty of the moments and noticing the miracle, the beauty of the unfolding reality around us. And I also love the city. I'd been spending a lot of time walking the streets of New York City. And I love to perform. You know, I was in the theater. So tour guiding was kind of a perfect nexus, if you will, of all those characteristics. And then what really put me over the top was when I realized that, you know, working on the double-decker buses in particular, I'd be dealing with international womankind. I'd be meeting women from every habitable continent every day, and that's what really made me a tour guide.
Now, do you think that women are naturally attracted to tour guides?
Well, I never found it to be true. But you know, guys got to have an aspiration. Maybe, you know, my job on the planet is to prove that to be true.
Now, what was missing on the mainstream tours that made you decide to go and start your own walking tours?
Well, Greyline has a really psychologically limited view of the tour, which is another way of saying they have a very psychologically limited view of reality. You know, they really are not experiencing the full potential of the tour. And whereas most people are taught to ask questions on the tour like, how tall is the Empire State Building and when was it completed, I ask questions more like, what does the Empire State Building have to do with us? What dialogue are we having with the Empire State Building and its story? And what can we learn about ourselves by discussing and appreciating the Empire State Building?
And what are the answers?
Well, I think that the Empire State Building is a pyramid, just like the pyramids in, you know, Cairo or Machu Picchu. It's in dialogue with the ancient pyramids of the ancient world. Unlike the pyramids of the ancient world, it's not really built to any specific god or reverence to any pharaoh. It's built in the name of macho and profitability. And I think that's why it's the central cathedral of the New York skyline. It's kind of the equivalent of the Duomo in Florence or the Cologne Cathedral in Cologne, Germany. It sets the tone.
I was saying that to you earlier today, Fez.
When?
Earlier. Much earlier. Hey, Speed, let me ask you this. Is every day, every tour always different for you?
That's right, because every moment of our lives is fresh and innovative. And when you stick closely to the present tense, you're on the bow of the ship of your life. You're on the very frontier of your existence. And that's really where the tour is happening.
All right, now, I'm telling you, Fez, I want us to go out and hang with Speed.
Oh, we got to do this.
Yeah, we got to do it, and we got to do it a lot. First of all, Speed, also another thing. As I'm watching you, I'm going, this guy also should be on the radio. I could see you doing a radio show here.
Well, thanks, Ron.
I'd love for you to come in and hang out with us one night, and I know it's going to be... I know some people are really going to get him in a big, big way. How did you end up in Waking Life, that cartoon?
Well, when the Cruise film, which you mentioned earlier, was being distributed by Artisan Entertainment, me and the director, we went down to Austin, Texas, to promote the film, and I met Linklater there that night. And it was an instant cosmic affection between us as artists. You know, it's just beautiful to stand with the like-minded.
Right.
You know, and to have that camaraderie.
Fez, I think that's going to be us. I think it's going to be...
I'm actually...
We're like-minded.
1 second, Ron, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, I think it's going to take a little bit of time, so...
He's fighting with Circus Soleil right now.
Stuff's going on with the circus.
Yeah. Some guy wanted to use the payphone, Ron.
See, that's the anti-cruise. That's the anti-cruise.
I think it's going to be a while.
Yeah, so... And Waking Life, the Linklater came to New York, and I was the very first scene he did for the whole film. And he said that my scene was kind of the spiritual kickoff for the whole project.
Right.
I was really excited to be part of that one.
Now, and also the other thing that I felt really interesting about is when you were talking about the prophets, the 36, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm, the Levitch.
Explain that to Fez, what the feeling is there.
Well, Fez... in the Kabbalah, which is an ancient Jewish text, they discuss how the entire world that we're currently living in is actually being held together by 36 individuals who shoulder the suffering of humanity.
36 individuals that are actually on Earth.
Right.
Yeah. And so there's a tremendous responsibility on the shoulders of these 36, but profoundly, poetically, for the most part, they do not know that they are members of this exclusive club that are holding the planet together. And they suffer incredibly during this lifetime and often are experiencing extreme emotions and can often experience joy unlike anybody else, because in the duality we live in this mixture of opposites, the more you suffer, maybe you've noticed, Fez, the better you are at enjoying the true joyous moments of life.
See, I think you're one of the 36.
You think so?
Yeah, it popped in my mind right away, because you suffer for us all, and then you make us all laugh later.
Well, that's very sweet, Fez, Ron. Fez.
Isn't that nice of him?
But the thing is that I do generally have a pretty good time.
Now, most of the time, you're happy, right, Speed? But then other times in the film, you're pretty bummed out.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me that New Yorkers invented the roller coaster. And up and down, up and down. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Does to me.
So we ride it out, huh?
Yeah, that's the amusement park ride at hand.
Right.
Now, with these 36 people, when we lose one, is there another one to take its place?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some sort of real incomprehensible geometry that surrounds the Levitch. Usually, the Vovnik will propagate one son. There have been, sometimes you hear reports of a Vovnik that had several sons, and that's controversial. Like, you're only supposed to have one if you're really a Vovnik. You get all sorts of fun stories about them through the years. There's one I remember, for instance, of a Vovnik who sold tchotchkes. He sold wares throughout Asia Minor. Mm-hmm. And he was a very terrible salesman. And he was going to starve to death because he was so terrible at selling his tchotchkes. And the world was going to lose his wisdom because he was very timid and he wasn't good at socializing. So God paired him up with a talkative woman.
That's us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun stories like that.
Hey, Speed, if you were just telling people who live here in the tri-state area or in New York all the time, going through and not paying attention, if you could just point out something to them that they're missing, what would it be about New York City?
Well, I think that they should pay attention to the fact that New York City is an incredibly unique mosaic, and they are all living, pulsating tiles within it. And know that, people say all the time that New York City is a great city. And when they say that to me, I say, well, that's up to you. New York City exists through our actions, our reactions, our breathing, our choices. And if New York City is going to be a great night tonight, well, that's up to us.
Well, that's definitely true. We all see this city through obviously different eyes. I mean, Ronnie and I really enjoy this city. Ronnie especially just explores it constantly. Al Dukes, our producer, who you spoke to earlier, Speed, he's terrified by it. And they're walking the exact same streets and sidewalks.
Yeah, and they are a flute and a bassoon in the incredible symphony that is New York.
A flute and a buffoon is probably more like it, Speed.
Well, that rhymes.
Hey, Speed, when are you coming back to New York?
I'll probably be back on Sunday.
When you get a chance, I want you to, get a hold of Al and come in and hang with us one night, okay?
Well, I would love that. I really appreciate that invitation. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Same here, Speed. All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Well, Ron and Fez, have a great night. Keep it alive, and thank you for having the courage to be alive.
All right. Talk to you later,
Speed.
Speed.
All right, that's Timothy Levitch. Speed Levitch.
Speed Levitch. He is this crazy tour guide. This movie is called The Cruise on IFC. It's the strangest thing. David, one of our contestants, you saw it?
Yes.
It's numbing, isn't it? So strange.
Absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And the whole time that this guy talks, you wonder if he's even from our planet.
I got to see this now.
Yeah.
That's on my list.
I got it on my TiVo. Come by and see it over the weekend if you want, Fez.
All right.
Bring one of your ice cream cakes that I'll stick next to the other 14. We come back.
Those are good ice cream cakes.
When we come back, we will be giving away a $900 watch, Fez.
It's the grand prize, a men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch from Tourneau, the world's largest watch store since 1900, with over 100 brands and 8,000 styles. Everyone that qualified playing You Know You Need, Unique New York, will be in studio. The ones that qualified this week, competing.
All right. And do we have some more Woody Allen passes to give out, though?
For the advanced screening of Hollywood Ending?
Yes, we have a couple more.
All right, we'll find out how many more, and we'll give them out afterwards. It's 877-692-1027. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
You know you need unique New York.
It is time for the Big Ass Game Show. We're Ron and Fez. The contestants are in studio. They're going to play an in-studio version of You Know You Need, Unique New York, all going for the grand prize, a men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch from Tourneau.
Now, we have that watch somewhere, right? That's, okay, Roy, you can show it off right there like your Carol Merrill. Beautiful.
Carol Merrill.
Because we've got to, everybody that's in the contest has been so outduked that they're furious right now.
I know.
Al got him here 3 hours early for the contest.
The odd thing is, we're giving away a $900 watch, and everyone's furious about it.
Right. Yeah. Right now they're saying, shove that watch. Al, come in here for a second so you can apologize to the contestants.
Right now they want to treat it like the watch from Pulp Fiction.
Right. Over here. Why make everyone furious that we want to like us? Do you understand that we want the listeners to like us?
Yes, I do. Most of the time people enjoy the green room and hearing the show out there. It's a different experience.
It's a sucky experience. There's filthy couches that O&A had lesbians bang each other on. That thing is a petri dish for AIDS.
Yeah, but it's a different way to listen to the show. You're used to just having it coming out of your radio. Now you're watching it. It's you're right
I wish
here.
You'd find a different way to listen to the show, like at home.
The only thing that maybe is going to get these guys in a good mood is Rory. Take them down!
Take them down! Oh. Now you landed on Fezzy.
Now when people go... Now all the contestants do when people go, oh, no, he's not really getting thrown on the floor. Yes, he is. Why so quick to go down now?
Because they just grab me and throw me.
Al's always been quick to go down.
Sure. Oh, you met in a...
I did!
In a gay thing.
I got a guy!
Right, I got it. So then that's a joke. All right, the name of this game show, of course, you need Unique New York. Now, we already told these guys the 25-point question would be a Woody Allen question.
Exactly, because everyone won tickets to the Woody Allen screening of his new film, Hollywood Ending, to qualify.
Right. Now, even though I said that, I heard John Kay making all kinds of noises like, oh, God. I'm not going to make it.
Crap.
So, let's go through, meet all the contestants, Fezzy, and see if they can also say the name of the game show.
Which is, you need Unique New York.
Oh, and also, by the way, here is the losing question, which we're now calling a sheepy trumpet. Because that, he says, is his favorite sound. But if you win, if you get a correct answer, here's what you hear. The Billy Idol New York.
Very nice. All right.
Rory put this all together, and he's very excited about it. And he's going like this one. What do you think, man? I'm just going, well, it's great, Rory.
Yeah. A bell's fine.
You did it. All right, let's... David we brought in earlier because he had heard of Speed. David, how are you, pal?
I'm well, thank you.
Now, you said this was a little bit of a surreal experience for you?
Yes, I feel a bit like Tobey Maguire in Pleasantville, except you guys are already in color, but here I am actually in the show, kind of thing.
Now you're Speed. Now you're just Speed Levitch.
They're singing songs of love, but not for me. He feels like, did you see Pleasantville, Fez?
Yes.
Where Tobey Maguire fell on his TV set? Well, that's how David feels in his radio.
Why do you feel like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man?
Oh, if only, Fez. David, what do you do for a living?
I'm a photographer.
Oh, great. Great. All right. So, did you bring your camera tonight?
No, I was told no pictures.
Aw, who told you that?
Liz Taylor. Fezzy. Al gets it through his mind that... All right, thanks. Good luck with it. And where do you sell your pictures?
Actually, I work for a company, and I do freelance assignments.
Here's what always weirds me out in New York. Why all these guys selling the pictures out on the street, why is it the same 8 pictures no matter where you go in the city? No one has original stuff?
I've never done that sort of thing, so I wouldn't know.
I'm dying to find that out. You ever notice that, Fez?
Yeah, it's always, one of them's always like a winter scene in Central Park.
Right.
With a little bridge that's iced over or something.
What are you doing, Wonderboy?
Wonderboy, it's his last night. Now, you tied Ronnie up in his own mic cord and
Why
headphones.
can't you keep my cord straight?
And he's on his knees.
I'm into bondage.
I'm going to smack you.
Just kill him tonight.
Last night, everything I've taught this kid, Fezzy, and this is it on his last night, he wraps a cord around me. And that exactly was the way I was born. A cord around my neck.
You've all heard about the miracle New Year's baby of Chester, PA, right?
I don't want to talk about it, Fez, but I was DOA. Here's John K. John, you already feel like you don't have a shot at this because of the Woody Allen thing?
I just don't know my Woody Allen that well.
Yeah. He doesn't know his Woody, Fez.
You were told to prepare and to study, John.
John, what do you do for a living?
I run computers at a law firm.
Where at? Here in the city?
Yes, here in the city.
You feel like you know the city pretty well?
I've lived here all my life, never wanted to live anywhere else.
Beautiful. Well, maybe if you hit every other question, you can get past that little 25-pointer at the end. All right, good luck to you, John K. Here's Roger. Roger's the only guy who brought a chick, and everybody keeps staring at her now.
Oh, nice. How comfortable in the 3-hour green room wait.
Yeah. Roger, never bring a chick to a stag party. It's always a dangerous thing, and we're going to have her like Jodie Foster. She'll be up on top of the pinball machine.
I didn't realize that she was going to be the only one here.
Yeah, right, well. Well, look at this crowd. Do you think they have women to bring?
They're spending Friday night with us.
One of them hopes to get Fez, the other's getting Speed, and off they go.
And Al's posing for nudes for David later on.
Hey, the bump Al took that last one was great.
I know.
And just
he landed on me.
Just to see the big shocked look at his face. And then the night that he breaks his wrist, we'll have to explain it to the bosses. Oh, no, it's a bit we do called Throw Al Down.
I love it when he pops back up, gay as a cricket, and furious. There's an angry look on his face, and does nothing about it.
And then he'll say stuff like, well, I don't have the right kind of balance. You're 33, you let men throw you down. Roger, what do you do for a living?
I'm a private investigator.
Oh, great. Thanks. You follow a lot of guys cheating on their wives?
And sometimes. Depends on the case.
I'll tell you what, Roger, I'd love for you to follow Hawk here.
Yeah.
Every night after the show, he takes off early into the night. He can never hang out for anything.
Sure. Well, he's got gay peep shows to hit.
He always tells us he has a wedding to go to.
Sure he does.
At 1 a.m.?
Be afraid to follow him.
Yeah, no kidding. Those spunk-filled floors that he goes through.
Always leads to a buddy booth.
All right, Roger, good luck to you, buddy. Here's John C. John C.
How you doing tonight?
What do you do for a living?
Software engineer.
Everybody's into computers, Fez. It's a new craze.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be a big hit.
It's gone places, you know what?
Well, I hear things.
Pretty soon, everyone will have their own personal computer at their house.
You're mad.
I know.
You're mad, sir.
I call them PCs. You live here in the city, John?
Yeah, I live in Brooklyn, born in Jersey.
Born in Jersey, moved over to Crooklyn.
Yep.
You like the city?
Yeah, it's a good place.
You feel like you know it and you're going to win this $900 watch?
I feel like the Cliff Clavin.
Wow.
Oh, Mr. Trivia.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, or he feels like he's from Boston.
Or a mailman. I don't know.
Either way, he's glad to be here.
He lives with his mom anyway. Wonderboy, get out of the way.
He's now under the desk. Why not just put it one spot and let me walk around? What could be the problem with that?
He's such a piece of poop.
Here's Chris. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing good.
What do you do for a living, Chris?
I'm a graphic designer.
Graphic design. You live here in the city?
Yeah, I live in Shaolin.
All right, big up in Shaolin. All right, so you got a 6-hour drive home. That's not bad.
Yeah. It's a rough trip.
That's the only part of the city where you can't even see the city from there.
Nice.
It's exciting. You feel like you're going to win this?
I think I got a shot. Yeah.
That's all we need.
I've lived in New York all my life, so.
All right, so you should know some things.
He's not stupid, Fez.
No one said anything.
That's coming off that way, though, the way you look. What you bring us?
I brought you an Oreo cookie cheesecake.
All right, this contest is over.
All right. We do have a winner. Fezzy, it is Chris. You won fair and square. Nobody else brought us Jack Squat, huh?
Huh.
You effers. You brought your woman. Well, she's... All right. We have two winners. Get away from me, Wonderboy. You're driving me nuts. An Oreo cheesecake. So,
that looks good.
So it's basically a regular cheesecake, and it looks like Oreo crust up top. This is gorgeous. Maybe we'll all have a little slice and we'll become friends.
And an Oreo crumb topping.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Chris.
All right, here's Jason. Jason, what did you bring around the fest?
A Sharpie marker and some cards.
Wow.
You did not. Those were provided.
Those were provided. Jason, what do you do for a living, buddy?
I'm a college student.
Ah, nice. What school?
Montclair State.
Wow, you guys went...
Still live on my own.
And still lives on his own, the anti-Al.
Very nice.
If anybody can remember the beginning of the show. But that was when you guys got here 7 hours ago. What's your major?
Art education.
Great. So, that's going to be useless, right?
We'll give it a shot. Sure. Yeah.
Art education. That's a pretty picture. All right, here's your diploma. Off you go.
Stay in the lines.
All right.
In the lines.
All right, Fuzzy, let's light this candle. Let's see who's going to win this.
We have the sealed envelope. It's the unique New York questions. Excuse me. Wonderboy's just a pain in the ass.
It is a cord, Wonderboy. Why are you following me around? You're freaking me out.
All right, the way this game will work, this big-ass game show, everyone's been provided with cards and a marker. Each person will answer every question. We need an answer from everybody. You'll write your answer down to the questions. What the game will consist of? 3 rounds. The first round is 3 questions, each worth 5 points. The next round is 3 questions, each worth 10 points. And then a 25-point question for the third round. 1 25-point question and a tiebreaker question if necessary.
Now, if you're also listening to the show, you can play along, but you can't win.
No.
So that's kind of fun.
You have to be in the studio to win.
All right, let's start this baby up, Fezzy.
All right, let's go ahead. Our first 5-point question. What is the oldest newspaper still in circulation in New York City? Worth 5 points.
Oldest newspaper still in circulation. Oh, and we have a little music for each thing. Sunday paper. I hope that doesn't give it all away, Fez. They have a Sunday edition.
What is the oldest newspaper still in circulation in New York City?
All right, everybody's just finishing up here, so it's pens down. And we'll start with David. David, what's the name of this show? The game show?
You know you need unique New York.
Not bad at all.
There you go, David.
David, what is the oldest newspaper still in circulation?
The New York Times.
The New York Times? Sorry. Nice try, though. That was actually my guess. Let's go with John K., who doesn't look too happy. John?
The Sun.
The Sun.
Sorry, not the Sun.
The Sun just started the other day?
Yes, it's 2 days old or something.
Just started last week. Yeah, on Earth too, sure.
Yeah, and
you thought it was a trick question, didn't you?
And we're not even sure the sun will come out tomorrow.
That's cute.
That's a little tag. That's underneath their headlines.
Let's go to Roger, the only guy with a chick here tonight. Roger, what's your answer?
The New York Times.
The New York Times. Sorry. Let's go over to John C. John C., what do you have?
New York Post.
The New York Post.
There you go. 5 points on the board for John C.
Yeah, he didn't show the card.
All right, now it's getting ugly and they're turning on each other, Fez.
It got ugly the day they were born.
For 3 hours, they're all out there hanging around, being together like it's jury duty, bonding in their hate for Al Dukes.
Doesn't it suck to be here?
5 points into this, and they're ready to club John C. like a baby seal. Chris, what do you got?
I have the New York Post.
The New York Post. All right, thank you, Roy. That's really going to be annoying by the end of the night. I can see that happening.
Another 5 points on the board. This one for Chris.
Let's go to Jason.
The New York Times.
New York Times. All right, 2 out of 6, Fez. He picked the Post.
All right, so right now after the first question, it is a tie for first. John C. has 5 points and Chris has 5 points.
Do we just end this right now and just give the...
and enjoy some cheesecake?
Yeah. I can't wait to get into that cheesecake. It's the best thing I had since Stone Crap earlier tonight. No, I'm not going to eat that Stone Crap because I didn't know what they did to it.
No, you have no idea out there.
Right. Oh, here's some nice stuff for Opie and Anthony.
Please enjoy.
From Don and Mike.
No, eat up.
Eat up, yeah, right. It's good, but it tastes kind of jizzy. It tastes a little jizzy, I guess, down there.
That's what makes it so good.
Oh, God, there's fast with this thing.
All right, time for the second of the 5-point questions.
Wow, already?
Yes, we're just moving along here.
Okay.
All right, the next question is, who is U2 referring to in their song, Angel of Harlem?
All right, Angel of Harlem, the song Angel of Harlem, they're actually referring to a person.
Who is U2 referring to in their song, Angel of Harlem? Some of the guys still thinking, others writing, some are done already.
Some are just sitting and staring, Fez.
Some are really eyeing the cheesecake, and it's pissing me off.
I'll have another jizzy claw while you're waiting.
They're so good.
We say that is what I just asked you, Roy. No, you don't have any problem with it? Thanks. All right, everybody, pens down. The question one more time, Fez.
Who is U2 referring to in their song, Angel of Harlem?
I'm just going to guess and say Hawk.
Wow.
David, do you happen to be a U2 fan?
No.
Jazz fan at all?
No.
Okay, good luck
Harlem
with this
fan.
one. What do you have?
Meadowlark Lemon.
Meadowlark Lemon, Fezzy. The Harlem Globetrotter, Meadowlark Lemon, who made us laugh for years and years.
I love it this early in the game where some of the contestants just say, F it.
Really?
Forget it. I'm not even going to try and educate a guest.
David, if you don't want to watch, just tell us, all right? It doesn't matter to us. You don't know. Meadowlark Lemon could be the Angel of Harlem. He was a very nice man.
Wonderboy, don't get in the way.
I don't understand why it's difficult to keep the headphone jack going. Yeah, exactly. John K., You have an answer for us, my friend?
Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday is absolutely correct. Billie Holiday, the singer, blues and jazz singer from, I don't know, years ago.
And John K. now on the board with 5 points.
David, who doesn't play fair, but does demand that the winners do show off their answers. Roger.
Roger, what you got, buddy?
Taking a wild guess, I said Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr. Nice try.
Don't be upset with yourself. It's a much better guess than Meadowlark Lemon.
Try. But who would have been a better shooting guard, Fez? You never bring that up. Let's go over to John C.
Reba McEntire.
Reba McEntire, sure.
There you go.
The
white lady, whiter.
White lady from Tennessee is the Angel of Harlem.
That's told me to put my pen down.
When?
I never thought there would be a stupider answer than Meadowlark Lemon.
And yet somehow we found the group that could pull it off.
I thought we found the stupidest answer of all time. And then would have to be Reba McEntire. Oh, yeah, there's 2 more people before.
All right.
We go bragging about this one. Here's Chris.
Well, I knew it was going to be jazz, and I knew it was going to be female, but I couldn't think of anything. My guess was Miles Davis.
Miles Davis, okay, but, you know, it does make sense.
Yeah, there could be boy angels.
Sure, someday. All right, let's go over to Jason, who looks a little bit embarrassed already.
Well, I don't know about Harlem, but I said Tenacious C.
Tenacious C. Isn't she hot, though, Tenacious C? Something about her. I think it's a perfect little C. All right, let's take a look at the score, Fezzi.
All right, right now a 3-way tie for first place. You got John K. with 5 points, John C. with 5 points, and Chris with 5 points. Everyone else, David, Roger, and Jason, still at 0.
Mm-hmm. And I have a feeling I'm going to stay there for quite some time. Tenacious C. I guess that'd be Tenacious C.
Wrong.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you two would be singing a song about your intern, Ron and Fez.
Why wouldn't they?
You guys are on the radio and everything. You two's on the radio.
She's got the perfect C.
You know what, Al? I don't think we made him wait out there long enough. And then Al also wouldn't let them smoke.
Really?
Like this is an effing airplane. Yeah, they couldn't drink. All we do here is drink and smoke. What a dick. All right, let's go. Third question. This is the last of our 5-point questions.
Here you go. Here's the last 5-pointer. What New York sports team adopted their logo from the NYPD's Medal of Honor? What New York sports team adopted their logo from the NYPD's Medal of Honor? Oh, nice. NYPD blue. Good one.
Perfect, yeah.
Nice.
If you hadn't said it, Fez, I wouldn't have got it in a million years. I would have said that's Meadowlark Lemon's theme. All right, we're just about finished here. Pens down, everybody. Pens down. Let's start this off with David. David, give him the question, Fez.
All right, the last of the 5-point questions. What New York sports team adopted their logo from the NYPD's Medal of Honor?
I don't suppose the answer is the New York Liberty.
The New York Liberty.
I don't think we're ever going to ask a WNBA question here.
No, that was perfect, yeah. Sure, girls' team. That's exactly what we were thinking. I think it would have to be the girls' team. Go, Liberty.
I would think if the Liberty had a logo, it would probably be that big damn statue in the harbor.
I know you don't. That's okay. You can still come back. Not in this game, but no, you can. You can come back. John Kay, who also, Fuzzy, was the lead singer of Steppenwolf.
Oh, nice.
And has somehow forgotten in rock and roll history. John Kay, do you have an answer?
New York Knicks.
The New York Knicks. Ooh, sorry. Now, Fezzi, I noticed Roger went to his answer first. Are you ready to break this, Roger?
New York Rangers.
The New York Rangers.
Sorry.
You know, I have the feeling that we could do better with 6 foreign guys.
Or chimps.
Like there's a difference. Here's John C.
Went with the Rangers.
The Rangers. Chris.
Rangers.
Rangers.
Yankees.
The Yankees.
There you go. Jason's on the board. We thought we were going to get a shutout with that question.
Jason, did you know the answer, or were you just guessing?
Just guessing.
All right.
Was the New York Yankees.
I'm just grabbing at straws here. Every answer he gives is C. Whatever the C answer is, that's his.
All right. After the
Yankees C. That is the Yankees' big, thick C. All right, Fezzy, go ahead.
After the first round, we have a four-way tie now for first place. John K. with 5 points, John C. with 5 points, Chris with 5 points, Jason now on the board with 5 points, David and Roger tied for last with still no points. This is still anyone's watch. Out of a possible 15 points you could have right now.
Maybe we'll just give the watch away to who can ever tell time and say F it. If anyone knows what time it is, take the watch and get the hell out of here.
You'll have to prove it. We won't accept just nighttime.
Dark. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and give the watch away, Fezzy. Like you said, anybody can win this, but oddly enough, not one of these 6 guys. Not one of them stands a chance.
Fortunately, someone's going to have to go home with this watch today.
We'll be right back. And believe me, there's no way you're going to be able to turn off this show. With this kind of drama, good news, though, in 1 hour, Eddie Trunk's coming on the air. And he's got Monster Magnet with him, Fezzy.
Oh, my gosh. Friday Night Rocks with Eddie Trunk.
It's a Space Lord mother effer. We are the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
We're Ron and Fez, the big-ass game show going on in the studio. We just made it through the first round of You Know You Need Unique New York. 6 contestants in studio, all competing for the grand prize, the men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch from Tourneau, the world's largest watch store since 1900.
And given to us, Fezzy, because the new Woody Allen movie,
Hollywood Ending It, opens nationwide on May 3rd. All the contestants in studio picked up tickets to an advanced screening. That's going to be on May 1st at the United Artists Theater on 64th and 2nd. That's all thanks to DreamWorks Pictures.
And we'll have more of those to give away at the end of this game for callers to call in on. Let's go. Let's keep this thing going, Fuzz.
All right, right now, as it stands after the first round, there is a 4-way tie. John K., John C., Chris, and Jason all tied for the lead with 5 points each. David and Roger still looking to get on the board.
Tied for second, so that's good. That's good. Okay, nobody out of it because there's still 55 points to go, and only 5 points from first to last.
So this next round will be 3 questions, each worth 10 points. We have the ante here. All right, here's your first 10-point question. During a newspaper strike, name the New York City mayor that read the funnies over the radio.
Read the funnies over the radio. Is this like the comic page, Fuzz?
Yeah, the comic strips.
You know, I never called that funnies.
Really?
I don't know.
Never found him funny?
Never laughed once, I'll tell you that. Except for, of course, Alley-Oop. Oh, boy, was he something.
During a newspaper strike, name the New York City mayor that read the funnies over the radio.
All right, it looks like everybody went to this one quick. David, what do you got, buddy? You're in a donut situation. You need some points. What do you got?
Mayor LaGuardia.
LaGuardia. All right.
There you go. The answer is Mayor LaGuardia.
John K.
LaGuardia.
All right. Roger. Koch. Actually, during the newspaper strike then, Mayor Koch read the gay personals. There is a single white male in the village seeking same. How am I doing? That's him having sex. How am I doing?
Good, Ed.
Yeah. By the way, what happened to Wonderboy?
Wonderboy, get over there and handle the chords.
Why panic? Here.
Hand Ronnie the right headphones. You know, this never happens on Price is Right or any of the good game shows.
He's going to fail. John C., what's your answer?
LaGuardia.
LaGuardia.
There you go. That's 10 points and more for John C.
Chris, what do you got?
Mayor Beam.
Mayor Beam. Mayor Beam.
Not a beam.
Jason, what do you got?
I've got Koch.
Eddie Koch.
Nice. I got Koch.
Well, you can, take a shot of penicillin. You'll lose that. All right, Fezzy, the scores right now. David's got 10. John K. from Steppenwolf, number 1 with 15 points. Roger taking the donut, but you do have a chick, so that's a good thing. John C. tied for first with 15. Chris, who loves Mayor Beam, with 5.
And Jim Beam.
And Jason with 5 points. Still, anybody can win this one, Fez, except for, Roger. No, you still have a chance, Roger. I'm sure you do. There's still a lot of points to go.
Here's our next 10-point question. What New York City building was the tallest in the world for 16 years until it was eclipsed by the Chrysler Building in Midtown? What New York City building was the tallest in the world for 16 years until it was eclipsed by the Chrysler Building in Midtown?
Quick hint here is not Meadowlark Lemon. Just to let anyone know, and I hate to cheat, but it's not Meadowlark Lemon. All right, looks like everybody's wrapping up here. And we'll do a pens down. David.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I could not come up with it.
No answer at all?
No answer.
Sorry.
By the way, David also told us that he was once a New York City tour guide.
Nice.
Must have been a great tour. I don't know what that place is. There is a new Kmart in the village, though.
Glad to hear it.
John K. from Steppenwolf, you've been born to be wild. Do you have the answer?
Woolworth Building.
The Woolworth Building. There you go, the Woolworth Building.
That's another 10 points for John K.
Roger, should I bother with you or just keep it going?
The Woolworth Building.
Yeah, Roger is on the board.
There you go. Roger gets 10 points.
John C.
Flatiron.
The Flatiron Building. Nice try.
Sorry.
Chris.
The Empire State.
The Empire State Building, yes.
Yes, because the Chrysler Building's so much taller than it.
Okay, I didn't want to have to say this, Fez, but don't attack the people that miss. Because I went to Catholic school, and it can hurt. It can stick with a kid. It really can. You needed somebody to help you in here, didn't you, Roy? You needed Tenacious C.
No, I'm okay.
You need Tenacious C in here. You're struggling.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this might be your last night. Jason.
Woolworth.
The Woolworth Building.
All right, Jason gets 10 points. We will go on to our next 10-point question.
The next 10-point question.
See, get in here and take the pen from Rory and keep score. Thank you.
So he can press New York all by himself.
All right.
This is our last 10-point question?
Yeah, this is the last one.
David has 10 points. John K. from Steppenwolf is leading with 25. Roger has 10. John C. has 15. Chris 5. Jason 15. So John K. in the lead. But remember, he says he doesn't really know Woody Allen. And that, we said, would be the 25-point a grand something question.
That
good,
big question.
Good, fat
big-ass question.
At the good part.
For 10 points.
I really want this game to be over, Fez. I really do.
Yeah, that'll be soon.
Game to be over, and I just want to go home.
It'll be soon.
Yeah.
All right, for 10 points. This New York City restaurant was used for the exterior shots for Monk's Diner on the TV show Seinfeld. This New York City restaurant was used for the exterior shots for Monk's Diner on the TV show Seinfeld. Some people still writing, some done already.
Some laughing,
shaking their heads.
Some laughing to themselves as, this whole thing's a joke anyway.
Wonderboy, stop tying up Ron with the cord.
All right, one more time, we'll go through the answers, Fez.
This New York City restaurant was used for the exterior shots for Monk's Diner on the TV show Seinfeld.
David.
Tom's Restaurant.
Tom's Restaurant. All right.
All right.
Very nice. That's at, 112th Street?
Yeah, 112th and Broadway.
All right. John K. from Steppenwolf. What do you have, my friend?
I have Tom's.
Tom's. And he is going to go into the finals in first place. Roger.
I said the Empire Diner.
The Empire Diner. Sorry, John C.
I said the one with the red sign up around 115th Street.
Can we accept that? Yes,
We would have needed you to be more specific, please.
Yeah, but pretty soon you're going to be on the enclosed building.
The one in New York?
That they have food. Chris.
I know my family is going to be so ashamed of me. EJ's Luncheonette.
EJ's Luncheonette. Chris,
is that a real place?
I just want to say this.
Up?
I just want to say this, Chris. You always have a family here. I don't know even what that means. It is. Sure,
it is.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. You're not John Nash. You're a person.
You're not making up stuff.
Jason.
No. Well, my family's going to be proud because I said Wendy's, and we all love Wendy's.
Wendy's. You still got that little crush on Tenacious C?
Yankees, see? Do you like the Yankees?
You are so smooth, Jason.
Yeah, that's great.
And Wendy's is not the right answer. You didn't see George and Jerry eating a lot of Frosties.
Do you like the Yankees?
I wonder if she goes out with one of the Yankees.
All right, we into the big, fat, grand, good thing.
Yes, we are. Here it is. The 25-point question. As we go into it, John K. is in the lead with 35 points. In second place, David YKYNUNY. Third place is John C. and Jason, each with 15. Roger's right behind them with 10. And Chris with 5 points in last place.
Chris, there's no sense in you even doing this because you cannot win.
Chris, you can't catch John at this point.
But we will eat your cake. How's that sound?
And have it too.
Well, you can do it, but it just won't.
Dance the Harper Valley PTA.
Yeah, get up and dance the Harper Valley PTA.
You can do that after the contest.
All right.
All right, for 25 points, here's your Woody Allen question.
Except for Chris. Your whole family listening, Chris? That's awful. That's bad.
That's rough.
That's bad.
Because you only got 5 points.
Yeah.
Here it is. This actress won a Best Supporting Acting Oscar for her role in the Woody Allen film Hannah and Her Sisters. Name the actress.
Hannah and Her Sisters.
Name the actress who won a Best Supporting Acting Award for her role in the Woody Allen film Hannah and Her Sisters. Everyone's thinking except for Chris.
Chris, of course, who cannot win no matter what he writes down. It's sad, really, but...
Even if it's correct, with a huge point total of 25, he could not even get near the leader of John K.
And yet, Fezzy, he's able to tie his own shoes and somehow... Oh, he's wearing loafers.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
but he
damn.
did make it here tonight.
He did.
Yeah. A little late, sure. But you're a person. He's a person. All right, Fuzzy, is that everybody? You got to get pens down, folks. Pens down.
John K., you're done writing? All right. This actress won a Best Supporting Acting Oscar for her role in the Woody Allen film Hannah and Her Sisters. Name the actress.
Let's start with Roger. Roger, you got 10 points. 25 would tie you with John K. from Steppenwolf. What's your answer?
I have no idea.
No idea whatsoever. All right.
Roger remains at 10 points.
All right, let's see. I'm going to try to do this.
You got to go to John C. or Jason.
All right, let's go to Jason first. Jason.
It's not Diane Keaton, but it's Diane. Let's put Helen.
You wrote Diane Helen.
I don't remember the last name.
If I write enough first names, maybe they won't notice.
Diane, Susan, Mary, Tina.
Person. Sorry, Jason. We'll go over to John C.
John C., do you have an answer that let's do the question again, Fez.
Name the actress who won a Best Supporting Acting Oscar for her role in the Woody Allen film Hannah and Her Sisters.
I wrote Mira Sorvino.
Mira Sorvino.
Sorry.
And we only have David that stands a chance to do this. I will say this, Fez. As you read the question, I noticed David had a little smirk across his face. Just a little smile.
All right, David, with 20 points right now, 25 more points would give him 45 points and the current lead.
It's not Meadowlark Lemon. No, I'm just joking. I wrote Mia Farrow.
Mia Farrow. Mia sorry.
Mea culpa.
John K., no matter what you wrote, it doesn't matter. And you wrote...
Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah.
I can't believe this stupid F is going to go home with a watch.
I know, thinking Daryl Hannah had an Oscar.
It was Diane
Wiest.
Diane Wiest. All right, so John K., you will win it. Before everybody leaves, let's have a little hand for Wonderboy, who's leaving here tonight.
Tonight's his last night. You got to see him. Lucky you guys.
And let's get John K., you walk over to Hawk, who'll give you your beautiful $900 watch. Mine and everybody to go out to see the new...
John K. just posed for a picture. That didn't happen. He accepted the watch and shook Hawk's hand and posed. It is the new...
You know you're not graduating or anything, right,
Sonny, this is what I saw.
Well, from a visual point of view, where do we want them? Over here? Over there? Does it matter? Wonderboy? Yeah, we're going to go get a picture done, John K., over here. Wonderboy, right. You put that down. You sit there, because, Wonderboy, your last night here, there's only one way to go out. With a beautiful chair!
Oh, nice!
Wonderboy getting a lap dance, Fezzy.
That's right. G is here from Flash Dancers on Broadway and 53rd.
The tees are out now. Beautiful ace.
And that's just Wonderboy.
All right, she's down to just a G-string. The breasts are out. Oh, Wonderboy doing the big I'm so embarrassed look.
He is bright red, but look, even his moles are erect.
All right, she's shaking the booty in his face.
He's got to be loving this. This is Gia from Flash Dancers on Broadway at 53rd.
Gia, is your first time giving a lap dance to a gay guy?
No, because I have a cute butt.
Ah, nice.
How you feeling, Wonderboy?
Great, thank you.
Yeah, right. It's like giving a lap dance to a 12-year-old.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Gia doing some work downstairs.
All right, she's whispering something to him, like, don't worry, I won't hurt you.
Right now, Wonderboy's got a knee in his crotch. And doing his best to act like he enjoys it.
He looks more like Wonder Years than Wonderboy. He looks like
Savage.
A 12-year-old.
Getting a lap dance.
You are an infant. All right, now you're seeing the naughty bits up close for the first time, Wonderboy. Yes, he is. He is a virgin.
He's straight edge.
So why do they call you the Wonderboy?
Yeah, why is
enormous penis.
You lying dog.
Yes, that's how we name all the interns. Although it is how Tenacious C got...
I started off doing really well here.
Oh, blow out your candle. That's her breast. He's blowing out her breast. And he spit all over her.
I didn't know they were on fire. He's got nothing but drool running down that chin of his, that freckled chin.
All right, Wonderboy's last night here, Fezzy, and he's going out like a gay guy at a bachelor party.
Thank you, Gia, from Flash Dancers. Nice work. That's a tough assignment, Gia. Thank you.
Fantastic, Fez. Fantastic. Wonderboy, now don't you wish that you liked girls?
Yeah, suddenly it's more appealing.
Yeah, isn't it?
Sure. Thank you.
Maybe you clean up that soul patch of yours, you'd get one. And get rid of the soccer cut that he has, the soccer haircut.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that, Wonderboy, for your last night here.
Yeah, very nice. Gia, very beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gia. Make sure you visit Flash Dancers on Broadway and 53rd or any of their affiliate clubs. Private Eyes on 45th between 8th and 9th, and New York Dolls at 59 Murray Street.
And I'd say this, ask for Gia, Fezzy.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
what I would be doing. Show up with a wad of cash and ask for Gia.
Because you do a great job, Gia.
Yeah, you do.
That is excellent.
Yeah, well, he is such a gentleman. Yeah, he's such a gentleman because he didn't touch you or say anything rude, right?
That's right.
That's great. That's good. He's a big, you're going to score. He's a big boy.
He really is.
Hey, we got a bunch more passes, and we'll give them out for that new Woody Allen film, Fez.
Hollywood Ending. It opens nationwide on May 3rd. These passes, courtesy of DreamWorks Pictures. And now, see, Ronnie, the unique New York guys, the contestants, they're not complaining anymore.
No, they're not bitching. We're all winners. We're all winners. Sure you are. Like the Special Olympics. There they go.
And congratulations, John Kay. He's leaving tonight with a $900 watch. It's a men's 18-karat Tourneau Safari watch from Tourneau, the world's largest watch store since 1900, with over 1,000 brands and 8,000 styles. When we come back, we'll have the Friday Fezitorial for you.
We'll give out those passes, 877-692-1027, if you want to win passes to the new Woody Allen film, Hollywood Ending.
We're running Fez.
Fez. 1027 WNEW.
For Left Eye, a Fezitorial memorial. Well. Lisa Left Eye Lopez of the famed singing group TLC has died in a tragic car accident in the greater Honduras. And I haven't been this upset about losing a crazy girl since my nutty neighbor, Hello Patty, was taken away for a while after she tried to give her cat a bath in a dishwasher in someone else's apartment with someone else's cat. But what really T-buzzes my chili is the fact that Left Eye will only be remembered as that wacky arsonist who torched Andre Rison's $1 million mansion by getting mad at his shoes and lighting them on fire in the bathtub. Afterward, she was locked up in a halfway house nut hut for fear she'd pull a General Sherman and burn down the rest of Atlanta. Now, yes, Left Eye was a cashew away from being totally nuts. And yes, on her worst days, she could make Phil Hartman's wife look sane. But let's not forget that Left Eye had so much to teach us through her music and the songs of TLC. Just listen to the lyrics of their mega hit Waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Now, whatever that means, I'm sure it's good advice. It's probably advice Left Eye herself should have listened to. Because if she had stuck to the places she's used to, people wouldn't be trying to get her body through customs right now from a third world Central American country where Cheetos are considered money. Left Eye, we can still learn from you and one of your early hits, Baby, Baby, Baby. The song reads, oh, baby, 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 I've got so much love in me. Ooh, baby, 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 'cause if you're gonna get me off, you got to love me deep. What beautiful words. It teaches a guy how to treat a young lady that obviously can't feel any pleasure unless it's banging into her pancreas. That song also says the lines, a nickel got to be true, 'cause otherwise this B ain't got no time for you. Now, I don't get the part about the nickel, but I know what it's like to be a B and to be really short on time. And perhaps most important, the message we can learn from the TLC song, No Scrubs. Listen to the lyrics. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. So wise. That taught me that I don't have to answer every booty call that rings my phone. I don't have to put up with some chum who thinks he's all that and just wants to get all up in there in my stank. Because you are tripping if you think I am some cluck just backing that ass up for some wannabe player. That is whack. And this is one shorty who can buy her own 40 and you will give me my propers. Sweet Lord, now I don't even know what I'm talking about. But you know, this whole thing reminds me of growing up in Ellisburg, Florida, where oddly enough, I was known as Left Thigh due to having one upper leg strangely larger than the other. But it was there that I learned how hard it is to start a singing career. I remember Mother rehearsing her act out in the barn with our handyman named Bobo. And as I look back, I noticed some real similarities between Mother and TLC. TLC had waterfalls, and Bobo had Mother trying something called water sports, which he must have been confident about because he said it would have #1 all over it. And he even gave Mother a similar nickname, Wet Eye, which he said stung a little bit at first, and wait a minute. Mama got the pee-pee on her. Anywho, Left Eye, you will be missed. I still had so much to learn about you. Like how to pronounce your last name. Was it Lopez or was it Lopes? Now the world may never even know. But we still have your wisdom. Like in the TLC song, Silly Ho, where you say, ain't never been that chicken head to wake up in your bed. And I ain't never been no silly ho. We know, Left Eye, you weren't a silly hoe. A crazy biatch, yes. Silly hoe, never. And from those of us, Left Eye, who thought we were just silly hoes, till you set us straight, we say this. We're here, we're queer, we will not disappear. It's been my Fezitorial. Thank you. Let Ronnie know the Fezitorial is done. He can come back to the studio. He missed it again.
That was it, huh, Fez?
Yes, that was the Fezitorial, Ronnie. Yes, it was.
All I heard was a thank you. But, sound fabulous.
Well, I appreciate that. And thank you. Now, starting on Monday, here's something we got going on. A Panasonic portable DVD player we're going to register people to win. What's going to happen is now there's only 4 more episodes of the X-Files series.
Oh, I wanted to start getting into that show.
Well, forget it. Now, watch the final 4 episodes of the X-Files beginning this Sunday at 9 p.m. on Fox 5. Then listen on Monday. Ronnie and I are going to ask a question about that weekend's X-File episode. The first caller with the correct answer will win an X-Files prize pack and be registered for that grand prize, a Panasonic portable DVD player.
You know who has never missed an episode of X-Files is Sweet Melissa.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe she'll want to, come in and do this show with us.
Oh, that'd be perfect for her. Someone who knows the X-Files for us.
Oh, tickle my button. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
She thinks about David Duchovny when she says that. So, last 4 episodes, right?
Last 4 episodes. Will the conspiracy finally be revealed?
All right, so if you watch Sunday night, we ask a question.
On Monday.
And then what do they win Monday?
On Monday, they win an X-Files prize pack, and they get registered for the grand prize, a Panasonic portable DVD player.
All right, so maybe we'll bring in all those people. And,
so that'll go on the next 4 Mondays.
Yeah.
Starting on Monday.
And then we'll bring them all in and play the X-Files game.
Nice. Right now, hosted by Sweet Melissa. So that's our working plan. And, of course, tonight we want to thank Gia from Flash Dancers who came in and gave Wonderboy last night lap dance. Wonderboy, it's your last night.
Thank you. I just wanted to come in and tell you guys thank you very much for everything that you did for me. I appreciate that you took me out tonight to eat and got me the nice gift.
And you spit in our face.
We took you out for beautiful sushi, and what did you do? You sat there and poked at it with your chopsticks.
You didn't even. You ate one piece that we forced down your throat, and then you played with another one.
But the gesture, though, it meant a lot. I appreciated it, even if the food wasn't my personal favorite. I appreciated just you guys taking me out, and I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me.
Sure, we gave you a lap dance tonight, and Fezzi, I'll say this: the first time ever I saw a guy getting a lap dance, clapping along with the music like a seal.
Well, it was a really good. It was a good song. But no, I appreciate everything you guys did. I appreciate all the gifts, and I appreciate everything that you guys showed me and stuff in my time here. And I just wanted to say thank you guys very much for everything.
Oh, stop being a big, weird kid, okay?
I know. Why so sentimental?
You came in here as an intern. Now it's over. You're going to get a gig. You're a dump guy. What
and
are you
we
worried
never
about?
have to see you again.
Why?
You're so sentimental.
I kind of, you know, I'm not good with thanking people. I kind of made a little thing to kind of express how I feel for you guys. Can I? It's a song. Can you?
Ronnie, he wants to.
I wrote a little song.
You wrote a song.
He wants to go out with a song.
Sure, why not?
I feel like it's the best way to. It's the best way to express what I have to say.
All right.
Play the music fest.
Sure. Rory, hit his music.
The time has come for getting cokes and algae shakes must end. And as I leave, I know that I'm leaving my best friend, a friend to help me reach my goals, burn off my moles, that's a lot to burn. What can I give you in return? If you want me to, I'd run between cars and trucks to get a hot copy from Starbucks to run with love. These intern days,
there's more.
Not getting paid and wasabi days are gone. But I have to move on. I'm gonna miss my run and run and run. But how do you thank someone who's taken you from lucky to dump guy? It isn't easy, but I'll try. If you wanted hot sauce, I would gaze over down with joy. 'Cause you made me Wonderboy to run with love. And Fezzy too.
All right, what the F?
Sometimes I express things best in songs. So
There's
I
a
just wanted to say
3-minute effing song to Ron with love, and then I get and Fezzy too at the end?
We forgot to teach you, the longest you ever need to do a parody song is about a minute. So Billy Staples should have taken you aside and taught you that, unless he's loaded on Xanax.
Billy's definitely loaded on Xanax. He is barely able to walk around here tonight.
All right, here is your cake from us, Wonderboy.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, no time for Al Dukes' slam poetry.
Oh, sorry. Well, there is a bright side to tonight's show. And right now, Ronnie, before we go, want to remind everyone that the legendary sack exchange for the New York Jets will be appearing together tomorrow at Famabilia, the nation's largest sports memorabilia store. That's tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m. Famabilia is located at 42 Monmouth Street in Red Bank, New Jersey. For more information, you go to famabilia.com or give them a call, 888-FAME-233. And right now, we have gift certificates. We have 3 gift certificates to Famabilia to give out.
We'll take the next 3 callers, 877-692-1027. Hey, coming up next, Fezzy, it is Eddie Trunk, and he's going to have Monster Magnet with him.
On Friday Night Rocks. Also, we said we would do this. Chris from the Unique New York game show, one of the contestants, he's got a band, Doss Frog. They're appearing tomorrow night at the C-Note, 157 Avenue C at 10th Street.
Now, we may be putting together a Battle of the Bands, a Ron and Fez Battle of the Bands very shortly.
Oh, interesting.
So, that'll be fun.
Maybe Das Frog.
Oh, great. We just filled the studio up with smoke. Open the door.
Before the sprinklers go off. Wonderboy's internship can't end soon enough.
Tell me why there are candles on a cake.
On a going-away cake. Why? Whose bright idea was that? I tell you, it's Xanax Boy. It's definitely Xanax Boy. They're so retarded. We'll be back Monday right after Opie and Anthony at 7 o'clock. Friday Night Rocks is next with Eddie Trunk.
It's Ron and Fez.
Day one. Bon Jovi fan since day one. Bon Jovi fan since day one.
No! Wait! I'm the one who says...
Well, I don't have my own C.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more caffeine. Billy drinks around the house.